And boom, we are live now. What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are having a really excellent day today. I know I am. I've made a ton of calls already today. Over 400 of them so far today and counting, but I figured, you know what? It's time to call some motivated sellers live for our audience. So for those of you guys who are here right now, so much love to you guys, so much love. And for those of you guys who are listening to this in playback, welcome. You guys are very, very loved and cared for, and we hope you guys stick around and tune in for more. And for those of you guys who have no idea what this is, welcome to the Closer Show, where we close motivated seller leads live in front of you guys. Live. That's right. And if you guys are wondering, well, where do you get all these leads from, right? Liam, we want to know. We get all of these leads from ispeedtolead.com. ispeedtolead.com. Now, the leads that we're calling are the ones that never sold. That means that these are the most bottom of the barrel, basic leads that nobody else wanted. And even with that, we're on a mission to get $1 million in assignment fees in 30 days. That's right, $1 million in assignment fees in 30 days. We're well on our way. And these are with the leads nobody wanted. Anybody in chat, I don't know if people watching this back in playback will be able to see our live chat, but somebody just give us a story about our leads. How did you guys think about it? Did you guys have some success, or did you just waste all your money? We want to know. And for them of you guys who also don't know, my name's Liam, and that's about it. That's all you need to know. I'm Liam. I'll be hosting. I'll be calling. I will be doing all that sort of stuff for you guys today. But we've got a ton of leads to catch up on, so we're not even going to waste any more time with intros. We're just going to get literally straight into it, right? So 1 minute intro. We're just going to go for it. We're just going to go for it. In the meantime, though, while I'm getting these leads pulled up, getting ready to call, I want to ask you guys, how's your day going? You guys having a good day today? Having a fun time? Feeling like you guys are being successful? I want to know. I want to know. We will have Gene on here shortly. We're going to get some other guests on. I hope my keyboard is not too loud for you guys. Gene will be on in a little bit. We'll have some guests on a little bit. And if any of you guys want to come on and close some leads, just drop a line in the chat. Let us know. We'd love to have you guys on. We'd love it. All right. So yesterday, we finished off talking to a wholesaler. Now, I know that William did get some leads sent to him. I don't know which ones those were, to be completely honest with you. Gotcha. I remembered which ones I sent to him. Let's call our guy Merwin. I'm just going to paste his address into good old Google so we know where it is. He said, check the email that I sent him. Oh, I think he was referencing, I think he's listening right now. He was telling, yeah, I figured him out. I got him. I locked him in. I was like, did I send something weird? What is it? What are you talking about? Let's look at this one. This one is, this one came in earlier, and it is really in the middle of nowhere. We're going to skip on this one for now. Just going to do a little bit of skip on this one. We already called this guy, actually. Sometimes they kind of cycle back through in just the way we're uploading them to our list here. Not that would affect any of you guys, but it happens. It happens sometimes. This one is in a nice spot. It's right in Evansville, Illinois. Let's read a little bit about this. Do some light reading, okay? It's always good to be well read. Which one is this? We've got Judy. But the for some reason the email is Juan. No. Got it. I see. It says Juan in it, but that's just the way that it's spelled. That's not the name. It's just the way they worded it. It's a 3-bed, 1.5 bath. It's in good condition, but they do need kitchen cabinets to be restored. Okay. They want to sell in 4 to 5 months because they're moving closer to family. Potential sub 2 or market listing, right? Because if everything's perfect and there's no motivation, you can't get them at a wholesale price. And what describes their perfect scenario, buy another location. There's their motivation. Let's call and dig on this and see what Judy's got going on. Let's see what Judy's got going on. And as you guys know, we will be double dialing. At this time of day, we're going to be triple dialing. So double dialing, triple dialing, texting, FaceTime audioing. We're going to be doing everything we can to get in contact with these people. Hello?
I'm ready to speak to the phone right now.
Oh, Judy. Hang on, I got to turn my Bluetooth off on this thing. My headphones keep connecting to it. You want better than that. Everybody else who's showing up today, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're having really fun days. Okay, we're going to triple dial, Judy. Even if they get upset with me, that's fine. Because we can talk our way out of upset. We can't talk our way into contacting them, though. We just got to call.
I'm ready to speak to the phone right now, but please leave your name and number, and I'll return your call as soon as I can.
Turn on our smiles, guys. Smiling and dialing. Judy, this is Liam. You filled out my website. You wanted an offer on your property, so I figured I would reach out and fulfill my duties. So give me a call back. We'll see if we can make something work. Otherwise, have a great day. Feeling pleasant today. I'm going to send her a nice text, which is hope your day is lovely. This is Liam. You filled out my site. I want to buy your home. Okay. So I'm gonna mark this lead here a nice blue color, means called but no answer. Now we're gonna go on to Patricia. And where are you? In Tennessee. Tennessee's generally got a pretty nice market. Let's zoom out here. Wow. Well, it is like the only house pretty much off the side of a highway. And it says it's in a town called Sparta. I don't know how that can still be zoned, though. I mean, I'm going to pull up directions for this thing to get to where we want to go. I mean, just to the town, which is a small town to begin with. She's still 13 miles away from the town, down a highway. That's a little bit remote. I don't know about that. Guys, right now what we're doing is I would love to be calling and just having super interesting, exciting calls with random people, even in not great markets. But unfortunately, we got to be making some money. All right, where is this? This is near Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce. Man, I was there, right in Florida. Yep, Manatee Island. What a beautiful area that is. So this is in Palm City. This lead is. How gorgeous is this? Fort Pierce. But this is actually a little bit inland. Not all the way. It's like kind of, I don't know, about a third of the way to Lake Okeechobee. That's fine, though, right? We've still got more than enough residential area around to support this market, guys. We can't be complaining, right? You know what? I decided something about my camera. I look too pale. I look too pale. And so I'm going to warm this up a little bit. Is that fixing it? No. I think that's... Hang on. What do I want to fix? Oof. Oof. How do I do this? Guys. Listen, I'm white, but I've got... Okay. I mean, I look a little bit more orange. I know I'm white. I'm really white. But if I can, like, avoid it, why wouldn't I? So, for this house in Cali, we've got... Let's look at Eldo. Okay, it's a 3-bed, more than 3 bath. It is in excellent condition. It's owner occupied. They want to sell in a month because they're relocating. There's a mortgage, or there is no mortgage. It's not listed because they want to buy in another location. Very interesting. Let's reach out and see what we've got going on for them here. Let's just reach out and see what we've got going on.
Please leave your message.
Hey, it's not fair. Can't just go straight to voicemail.
Please leave your...
Okay, well, we're just going to try... oh. Dang. Dang, their phone is off. And I don't want to waste time calling them again to leave a voicemail. I don't want to, but it's good practice, guys. It's best practice, so I will do it.
Please leave your message for 240.
Hang on, you guys are about to get...
9.
Hey, this is Liam. You filled out my website. You said you wanted an offer on your home, so I figured I'd reach out. I was thinking I could offer, right? And then I'm hanging up on them. And I'm going to mark them as red. And red means, or not red, as blue. And blue means that I reached out and I did not get in contact with them. Next, we've got... And I really hope that he just, I don't know. Oh, well. Ooh, we got one in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath. It's in fair condition, but needs paint, appliances, cabinets, bathroom. Oh, he wants to sell in 4 to 5 months because he's downsizing. Okay. Okay. It's not listed. He's just cashing out an asset, downsizing. I love this lead. It's in a great market. It's a big home for that market, too. 3-bed, 2-bath. It's just right in that sweet spot. I mean, it's not big. Hello? Hello? Excuse me, man. Listen. That is lovely. My friend, you filled out my website. You filled out my website. Said that was a voicemail? What? Let's listen to that again. I couldn't tell what was going on. I couldn't hear. Listen to this.
Never give in. Never give in. Never retreat. The gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ is to be preached to the ends of the earth. To those that are not being saved, but to those that are being saved, is the power of God of salvation. Holy Spirit.
I don't even know what to think of that. Send him a text. That is crazy. Who makes a voicemail like that, man? What? That is the most insane voicemail. Never give up. Never give up. Never. Never relent. Never retreat. In the name of Jesus Christ. Leave a voicemail. What? What? I don't even know what that is. But you know what? We've got a new lead in Georgia, and it's right outside of Atlanta. Ho, ho, ho. Now, it does say that this is a building, not residential. So let's see what this is here. 4-bed, more than 3-bath. Okay. It's in good condition. It needs plumbing. They want to sell in 2 to 3 months because they want to sell without showings. There is a mortgage because they're upgrading. They're upgrading to a new property. Guys, they're going up. They're going up in stature, up in status, up in life. Let's see if we can help. Let's see if we cannot help.
Hello.
Hello, Akila?
Yes.
Akila, this is Liam. You filled out my website. You said that you wanted an offer on your home, so I figured I'd reach out.
I'm sorry. I said what?
You filled out my website. You said that you wanted an offer on your home.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Yes. So, do you know about it?
Well, I would like to learn more about it from you. That's why I'm reaching out. Could you just catch me up to speed on what's going on?
Sure. Where did you say you're located?
I am in Minneapolis.
Oh, okay. So why would you want to buy a house in Georgia?
Well, we buy houses all across the country, and we love Georgia. It's such a good market.
There's not much snow here, so that's good.
Exactly, right? Where we haven't gotten too much snow up here yet either, but it's coming. We know it is. So,
But I bet you got plenty of cold.
yep, no doubt. Yeah, it's like in the 30s right now, so that's,
Well, maybe you should move to Atlanta.
I'm eyeing it up. I'm eyeing it up. Maybe I'll move into your house, but I got to know something about it first.
All right. Okay. So let's see. It has 2 studio apartments.
Ooh. First and foremost, are you renting those out?
Excuse me. I'm asking $250 for it.
$250.
Which is really way under market.
Okay.
And I say that because recently a house 2 houses away from this one was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, and it sold. It closed for $250.
Gotcha. And you got more space than that.
Well, the house itself is a cottagey house,
Mm-hmm.
and it has a nice master with great bathroom and a sitting room also. And then there's another bedroom and bath in the back of the house near the back entrance. And so I'm able to use it to rent the front of the house out and not really run into anybody and live in the back. So it has that kind of space, which I think is
Okay.
nice. And the kitchen is in the middle.
I
Let's
see.
I can also send you some photographs.
Oh, that would be lovely. And
We
Akila,
hang out.
so when you say it is 2 studio apartments, do those have separate utilities, or is it really one combined that can be rented
No,
out?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's all combined.
I see. Okay.
Let's see. The income on it should be nearly $3,000 a month.
Oh, wow.
I had rented those 2 studios, each studio for $600 each, and I feel like maybe with some better curb appeal, you could raise the rent to $700 without a problem. I also rent both of the units with furnished, and I
Mhm.
do that for the reason that I have lots of furniture. I've been in the antique business my whole life.
Oh, okay.
So I have things, a lot of things, so that I need to place.
You've got a lot of cool things. Well, that works perfectly for you, doesn't it?
Well, it works. So I don't think, in that sort, I'm just rent to one person in those. I wouldn't put 2 people there. They're almost 400 square feet each, about 20 by 20 each, maybe a little less on the back side.
So you're renting out each room.
Well, calling it a studio, you both have bathrooms, one has some, I don't know, kitchen cabinets running across the entire back, 20 feet, maybe a little less because there's a bathroom there on that wall also. So, 16 feet of kitchen cabinets in the one. Have you ever seen any of that 4x8 porcelain? One big strip of it, 4 feet tall. And
You're using that like a counter?
well, no, I've used it as a backsplash.
Oh.
So backsplash, in this case, I had run into at IKEA doors that are, I don't know.
Hang on one second. I'm trying to write all this down. Give me 1
I'm
second.
going to send you pictures when we
Perfect.
hang
Yeah,
up.
that works.
Is
So
the number you're calling on a cell phone?
that's perfect. Yeah, that's fine. And so as far as condition goes, that seems like you've got that out of the way. Now I'm just trying to catch up to speed on this here. So you said there's two studio units and you're renting those out for $600 a month each.
That's right.
And so where did the 3,000 number come from?
Well, the house should rent for $1,400.
Oh.
And I don't see really a problem with renting those 2 units for $700. So it would be what, $2,800. And if you just continue to rent them the way that I have them at $600, you have 12, 14, so you have $2,600. That's pretty close to $3,000. And I feel like you can get more.
Okay, so I'm just trying to think about the layout of it. So you say we could rent the house part out and then the studios are separate from the house and they're not really they don't mingle with each other too much, but they...
Well, they're not attached to each other.
Mm-hmm.
The studios are, one is sort of a set, tall one, the one that's upstairs, is a setback from the front one. So it's not stacked on top of it.
Uh-huh.
So you can see them, they're separate. And you would go up the stairs beside the one on the bottom to arrive at the top unit. But they're not stacked on each other. I'll send you pictures in a minute of it.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be really great.
Okay.
And
So
they
the
each have their own
house is
kitchen in them though, right?
Pardon?
Then the studios have kitchens in them, or they have a shared kitchen?
Well, the one on the bottom has cabinets that run across the back, and they're all pull cabinets
Uh-huh.
and cabinets you can cook on. But it's not set up with a stove or any of that. The tenant has a mini stove there, but it could be easily a drop-in stove. There's lots of cabinets there to accommodate that. One that just sits in the counter. Let's see. And then on the end, there's a bathroom there. The full baths with tubs and showers in each one.
Sure. Okay. Well, that seems really great. I think that'll all work really nicely. I mean, it seems like a lovely property. I know you said you're giving it away for below what you think it's worth. Why are you giving it away for so cheap?
Well, there's something I'm kind of interested in having, and that is the possibility of renting the house.
Where you would rent the house.
I'm interested in renting the house, so you would already have one tenant, and I wouldn't have any trouble with supplying you 2 other tenants for the back units. And of course, I think you may want to do some, what do you call it when people ride by? Curb appeal. You might want to add curb appeal. And I think it would run the price. You could run the price up a little bit for the loss of the studios, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm willing myself to rent the house for $1,400.
Mm-hmm.
And do that for a year. I would be interested in a lease on that for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Then for the person like you, I could help get the tenants in for the apartments in the back.
Sure.
They're not back; they just sit off, probably about 10 feet off of the house, 10 or 12 feet or something like that, but to the side, so they're not directly behind. I can look, stand on my deck and look very closely into the house. It's the little studio apartments.
Well, that keeps the maintenance nice and easy. How long have you owned the place?
Pardon?
How long have you owned the place?
I bought it in
So you had it for like 5 years.
Yeah, and I'm not really, at the price I'm asking, I'm not asking for any, I'm not making any money on it.
Sure.
Even though my purchase price was 140 with 20 down, I probably put close to 100,000 in it because it was owned, I guess, for quite some time by, a single guy, kind of a redneck guy. I don't know, or maybe somebody that doesn't do work to anything. I recently saw his new house because there's an underlying mortgage that I owe to him that's around 80, somewhere between 80 and 85.
Ah, so you did like a seller finance situation to him.
I gave him 20. It was 140, and I gave him 20,
Mm-hmm.
and then he carried the rest, which was 120. Maybe you can help me with that. Can you do an amortization? Do you have a schedule, or do you know how to do that? I don't know how to figure it out, what the balance
We
is.
do absolutely do that. Yeah, no doubt about
That
that.
would help me a lot.
Do you know, are you so on the balance that he's carrying? He's carrying 120 in the balance.
Well, he started
He
out.
started at 120. And what was the interest?
We closed in May 2016
May 2016.
at 4% fixed rate.
4% fixed rate. Okay. And
Yes.
what was the length of the loan?
That was a 15-year loan.
15 years. And what were your monthly payments?
9. Well,
900?
it's not 9, but it's like 860. I pay 9 every month, and it seems like it comes around to 860 or something.
So your total payment, is that including taxes, insurance, maintenance?
No, it's not. I have to pay the taxes separately.
Okay. And so 860 is on the mortgage as far as that goes. How much do all the taxes and insurance come out to?
Well, the taxes on it are not that much because we have a discount for the elderly, and I'm the elderly. And so I think it's about 800. I just paid 450, and I think I owe 700 more.
And that's for the whole year?
Yes, I'm not sure. Maybe it's not 700. I don't know. Maybe it's about 550. Maybe it's 500. It's around 500. I
So, you,
think.
so
I'd
about
have
like
to
9,
check on
yeah.
that.
I see.
I'll have to check on that. But anyway, it would be different, most likely for you,
Mm-hmm.
unless you're old. And I don't think you are. And I don't think you're going to be buying it for yourself. Let's see. But there's also this lot that is connected adjacent to it
Mm-hmm.
and faces the street. To the street, it's the frontage is 150 with 2 lots together. 150 frontage and 184 deep.
I see. Okay, yeah. I'm looking at, I can see actually on Google Earth, it says building lot 75 by 184.
Uh-huh.
And that's attached to the property?
Yes.
I see. Is it subdivided yet, or is it all one ID?
I don't know what that means, subdivided.
Is it two separate, would it be two separate properties,
Okay,
pretty much?
Yeah, that's where the tax money comes from, right there. The lot costs more than the house because
Sure.
I don't have homestead exemption for the elderly on that.
I see. Oh, and I'm seeing, so it's to the side of the house, like a sort of garage kind of, and that's where the studios are? It looks like a
That's where the
garage.
studios, exactly, yes. You can drive right up to the studios or up to the deck
Mhm.
in the back. And so they're set off to the side a little bit.
Mhm.
There's a large deck right there, sort of in front.
I see what you're
Side.
saying now. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. I wasn't certain what you meant at first. It was confusing.
Yeah,
Okay.
that deck is pretty nice size for this vintage house.
Sure.
And it's a recent deck. I didn't build it, but it's a nice deck. And it has, this house was like this. So when I got it, there's a kitchen and a deck. And there's no way to get to the deck.
I see for sale by owner signs in front of the house from February. I'm gonna ask about that.
So strange things like that. So I need to cut through the wall and put a pretty door in there, which you'll see when I send you pictures.
Well, perfect. That looks nice.
So now there's an entrance to the deck. just
So-
all sorts of crazy things like that.
It's an interesting property. It's really cool. I see that you did have some for sale by owner signs in front of the house since February.
Well, yes, it occurred to me at first to get the retail price for it,
Uh-huh.
and then I realized that I don't really want to leave this house. And I'm interested in staying. I like the area.
So why are you selling it at all?
Well, I had a business for quite some time, 20 years. Well, 10 years I spent living in Italy doing that work,
Mm-hmm.
which is manufacturing interior design products for interior designers. And then I realized, I was going back and forth to Italy. I was on the plane 3 times in a month. That's a lot.
That is a lot, but it's such a cool job, especially when you're younger.
Quite costly. I had their a big warehouse, and I was able to, there were 2 bathrooms there. I was able to sleep there and work there. And I started counting up, I don't know, $10,000 or $20,000 a month just to do that. And I thought, well, I can do it here. And I was inspired by Italy. And so I just started there, and there were things I was buying from others, and I started manufacturing that, plus a whole lot more, expanded into a big thing. So then I started working here and manufacturing here. And then I thought, well, I'm tired now. I guess I must have thought that one day. Anyway, so I just sort of quit abruptly and surprised myself. So I've had
Just
a
got
little
burned out?
vacation. I've had a little vacation, and I realized, oh, no, that's my life. So I want to go back to work. And this house and this lot has the possibility of me doing that.
But if you sell it, then you wouldn't be able to do
And
that.
I don't have all the money that I need to put into the work.
Oh, I see. Well,
It's occurred to me to rent the house and to see if maybe there's a way I could put maybe 2 containers or something like that on the lot, sort of to the back of the house.
well, as I'm thinking at this, right? Because, yeah, we could come in and we could buy the house in cash, right? And that would give you that surplus of cash that you need to jumpstart the business. But then what I'm thinking is, as far as us making money, we're going to worry about, the rentals and long-term like that. And when we're thinking about it from that front.
I know that the containers, if that's what I were to use, would give you more rent also. So the house and the containers would be a big outlay for me. And then, I could help you keep the garage apartments, I call them, or they should be studios.
What it sounds like to me, though, is that at some point in time, we would want to sell the house back to you. You would want to buy it from us. And I think that there's a pretty cool way, and I'm trying to figure this out. I'm a numbers guy. I like to figure things out like this, that we could be able to set something up where we buy it from you and then actually sell it back to you later. Just to give you the front cash now, let you jumpstart your business, have you live there and rent it out and get the studios up to par and help us on that front. And yeah, I would have to play around with the numbers in that in my head. So $250 for a cash price. Now, just given all the unique parts of this property, it's gonna take a unique sort of buyer who wants to work with all those things. And that's just me kind of speaking off the top of my head is, when you look at an investor, they want to look at things as cut and dry as possible. How much can I rent this out for? How can I make this the least amount of headaches? And while I'm talking to you, and you're one of the most lovely people I've spoken to today,
Oh, okay.
a lot of
Totally for me.
investors, a lot of investors, some people, they get really aggressive when it comes to their house and they're coming in and they view us as the enemy. And, I'm coming in trying to problem solve them. How can I help you? Right. That's what I'm looking for. And
You can't just steal their property.
yeah. Well, you filled out my website. I don't know, I'm not trying to, you don't have to sign on any dotted line, and, so, just from a conventional, this is my investor brain speaking, is kind of what you're describing is a headache, right? But I think there's a way to make it happen.
I think it can be a moneymaker for you, just in the way that I'm thinking. But you have a more creative thing to say. I need the upfront money for that work, and I feel like after I get going with that work, I'll have plenty of money. At least I did in the past. And I don't know why I walked away from that. I guess I thought I was old and I could retire. Okay, so that's my point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have, I was thinking 150 up front, and then you can figure out what to do if we, I don't know, do you do wraps or do you know what that?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yep. Wraps, hybrid, sub-twos, all that stuff. We love all that.
Yeah, so I think that could be done if you wanted to keep the cash down.
Mm-hmm.
I would be able to use the cash for myself, and you continue to pay the mortgage on it.
Okay, and so
if you wanted to, if you wanted to pay that off, that's fine. Also,
150 upfront. That means you would carry a balance because that 150 upfront would pay off. I'm assuming 5 years at around the 860. Let's just say at 4%.
I want cash. I want some cash.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. And so then
Okay.
about the balance you would carry
You're
then.
trying to figure out the balance there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it might be? For some reason, I came up with 85, but I'm thinking maybe it should be less.
For 5 years, well, the thing is the first 5 years, that's going to be the peak amortization, right?
Does that mean that it pays off faster than it would on the back end, or?
That means that you're paying the majority of your balance towards interest, right? So the majority of that 860 is going to be going towards interest. So my math would probably have it closer to 100. And that's just really off the top of my head. I haven't even plugged that into anything. Let me try this real quick. Let me try.
Okay.
Let's see here. $1,000. Pay 20,000 down. Interest rate at 4%. Loan term 15 years. Next thing, 100. Yeah, so that first 5 years is really going to be the lowest amount that's going to be going towards interest, right? When you look at, year closer to 15, that's where it's going to be, almost all of it's going to be going towards principal. So my assumption is that right now, half of everything you've been paying, if not a little, probably more, given that you have had a low monthly payment around 860, right? Realistically, at the rate and the term, in order for you to have been paying down a more significant amount of principal, you would have been paying around 1,100. And given that you're paying the 860, that's another, like 200 off, 240. So that 240 there. And say,
I'm not sure what you mean by 240. I mean, 140 was the starting, and that was paid in cash.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. $240 a month would be the difference of what my calculator generally comes out to as far as what your monthly payment should have been.
Which should be what? So it's okay. So the loan balance was 120.
With the terms that you have, pretty much what he gave you, the seller, was he gave you a really low minimum monthly payment, which was favorable to you as far as what you're paying per month. But what that means is that
No, I don't think so. Let's see. Okay, so what it was? So the starting balance on the loan
it was 120.
It was 120,
Mhm.
and the interest was a fixed rate of 4%.
Yep.
So 4% fixed, 120 on a 15-year loan. So it's paid in. I mean, I think that's incredible that there's only 10 years left on the loan. Actually, that's a benefit and cost right there.
On a 15-year loan, there has to be a balloon payment at 15 years at the rate you're paying.
I'm paying 4%, and I'm paying like I don't know what it is. I have to find the mortgage.
6, 12, 18, 24.
And I have a problem with that. Hopefully, the seller hasn't. I've had a lot of my papers stolen, so I may not be able to find it. I don't know. Will the mortgage be recorded at the courthouse?
The mortgage, not necessarily. No.
I'm afraid it won't be. It seems
yeah.
that I may have looked at it at some previous time, looked for it. So I will need to get that from him.
That's correct.
And I don't really know what the payment was, and that's why I just started paying $900 a month because my papers disappeared.
And how much were you paying per month?
I don't know. So maybe I never knew. Could be. It seems like I just started $900. I didn't find the papers, or I don't know. I hadn't received them.
Well, how much were you paying before you're paying the $900 a month?
I've always paid $900.
Got it. Okay.
Simply because it seemed like a small amount in between, like it was $860 or $870 or something like that.
So let me break this down. Say you're paying 0% interest, right? 0% interest.
No, I'm not. I'm paying 4%.
I know. I'm just
I'm paying more than 4% interest because whatever it was, the previous one, that's lower than the $900 that I'm paying.
So
And
Akila.
$900 because that covers everything without me knowing exactly.
So
I don't have to
I'm saying this is a hypothetical. Let's say as a hypothetical, you're paying 0% interest, right? And I know you're paying 4. As a hypothetical, you're paying 0% interest. If you're doing
use a hypothetical, what does it have to? There is no 0%. I'm paying more than the 4% that I was charged.
well, so listen here. So $900 a month for 12 months. That comes out to $11,000, right? So $11,000 a year for 15 years. That will bring you to $155,000. So that's $15,000 over, right? The $140 that you paid, or the $120 balance. So $35 over that. But with the 4%, that 4% is coming out to right under $5,000. So you're paying about $6,000 down on the balance a year, roughly. And then this isn't if with the, we'd have to figure out what the amortization schedule is as far as is it being amortized, monthly, quarterly, or yearly? But let's just say roughly $6,000 a year. $6,000 is going to be the baseline times 5 years, 6, 12, 18, 24. So you've probably paid off $25,000. So you probably owe around $95, somewhere around there.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. So it's more than so it would take longer for you to pay it off. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just trying to figure out where you're at, just so we get a better estimate of that. It doesn't really
because
matter.
I'm thinking it's such a deal for anybody to take it as a 10-year remaining balance. But you're telling me that's not true. That I'm not the do-gooder I thought I was.
I think that it could actually be quite a good deal for us if we're able to get the 700 rents, because what we're going to be looking for is not walking into equity, but walking into cash flow. And so the part that I find difficult is the 150 cash up front. That's going to be tough.
Yeah, okay, I got you. So
if we're going to be doing some sort of financing, because when we're looking at recouping our payments, essentially.
Okay. Well, there are all sorts of ways to work around that. Because, if I can remain a tenant here and, get to do my work here, that would save me on warehouse rental.
Sure.
And contribute to this whole situation and make it very convenient for me.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I've got all my numbers here, I believe, and what I'll have you do is just send me the photos so we get a better idea of the condition of it.
Okay. I'll send you some photographs of the interior. I also took some of the studios earlier today. So tell me your first name again.
My name is Liam.
Liam.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Liam. Okay. So are you Norwegian or something like that?
I'm Scottish.
You're Scottish.
Yes.
Is that a common Scottish name? Liam?
It is, yeah. It is.
Really?
And I've got red hair too.
Is it L-Y-A?
Nope.
L-I?
Just Liam. Yeah, Liam.
Oh, I love that. Okay, Liam, I'm right away. Some photographs of the house,
Mhm.
and then separately the studio. So I'll just send them in 10 sets each. 10 of the studio downstairs, 10 of the studio upstairs, and 10 of the house.
Well,
That'd be
perfect.
okay?
That's great.
All right. So send to this number that I see here on the screen.
You've got it. This one right here. And I'm going to talk to my financing partner and see if we can't come to a really cool solution and see if it's going to be a good buy for us.
Okay. So, yeah, if the 150 is a problem, we can do less and do it, try to keep the price up there. But, if you want a time to pay some of it, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think, depending on the amount. All right, Liam, I'm about to send you the photographs and talk to you later, okay?
Well, thank you. Thank you. I will talk to you later, all right?
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So the whole thing just there, it threw me for a little bit of a loop, just a little bit of a confusing deal because she's got these 2 studios, quote unquote, but they don't have kitchens in them. So you can't they're not legal studios, right? No kitchens. I think she said each room has bath. Do you need a kitchen in Georgia? This is outside of Atlanta. It's right outside of Atlanta, so there's going to be buyers. And I think if we can work with her and just find some sort of solution where she will rent the main property out for $1,400, each of the other things rents out for $700 each, right? That's going to be coming out to $2,800 a month, right? And if we're taking over her mortgage at what's up, Leo? Hope you're doing well. If we take over her mortgage at like $900 a month, okay, so we take over her mortgage at $900 a month, and then we, on top of that, I don't know, the 150 down. That's going to mean we wouldn't do this with 150 down, because the thing is, she has to pay off. Well, we could do it subject to this existing mortgage, and this guy would be none the wiser. We just take over that note, and that way, the amount of cash that we'll just worry about. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I'm trying to come to here. Because I'm thinking if we give her 150, that she would pay off that other note. Because otherwise, yeah, if we're wrapping it, taking her debt with that, we would do it subject to that mortgage that she has, subject to that note. Down, how much does she really need? Because I don't think she needs 150 down. I think the 150, she was thinking, oh, I want to walk away with 55 and I'll pay off that other note. But if we take over that payment, right, 150 on top of that, then we would take over that debt. That would be pretty much like buying the whole thing in cash almost, in a sense. Not worth it. I'm gonna, when I call her back on to figure out exactly how much she needs in cash to get her stuff going, right? We can rent it back to her. And that's assuming that we'll be able to rent out the studios for what she thinks we can. She says she's renting them for $600. We rent them for $700. She'd be there on the property, and she has an ownership stake in it. And it sounds like she'd probably want to buy it back, but she just needs the cash. That's what's happening. She needs the cash. She needs the capital to build her business. And we're going to use the real estate as a tool to solve that problem. We're going to use the real estate as a tool to solve that problem to where we can cash on it and take ownership of it, ideally. And she wants to rent it back. And she says a year. I think she wants to rent it back forever, pretty much. How interesting. Why is my microphone so loud? Hang on, guys. Shouldn't be any sort of background noise. Let's see how this goes now. Test, test, test. I'll figure it out. But you know what? It's so interesting. None of the Facebook chats are coming through. Why is that? Why is that? Because now I'm going in and I can see, we can see, yes, if that's a problem, we can do less. I like that. It is a problem. It's like my boy Will, the closer. Will killed it, man. He said that you guys hang out. We're gonna have him on in just a little bit here, actually. I know he's probably waiting in the background, ready to get on. I'm gonna do one more call. I'd like to talk to one more seller. This one, I just need a really good creative mind. I want a really good creative mind just to kind of butt heads with me and figure out what we're looking at here. But that's such a unique deal. I don't know. It's not cut and dry, that's for sure, but I like it. It just took me a minute to digest it. If I just draw it out in my mind, right? We've got her existing thing, which is going to be coming in at around, my assumption is 95, probably a little bit more, right? So she owes 95. We take that over. That leaves a 155 balance on it. And she wants to get away for 250, but I think we probably could knock her off that 250 somehow, right? But then 95 and then that 150 in cash, if that's what she's thinking, where we take over that and then pay 150 in cash, so that she is fully out of the situation and renting, we're just pretty much buying her portion of it. We could not do that. Definitely couldn't do that. We'd be looking to come in like 20K cash and then loan her the rest. And then we do a wrap. Only problem is when somebody, when we're looking to come in with cash for a sub-2 deal or some sort of creative deal, right? We're going to be looking to find a tenant buyer, somebody who can front the cash. And what I was thinking earlier is, well, why don't we just tenant buyer it back to her, right? Why don't we just tenant buyer it back to her? That gets tough because she doesn't have a down payment because we're fronting her cash. So we're still out money. And that's just numbers on a page, right? That's not anything in pocket for fucking anybody. Besides her, right? Because she'd have to be walking with something to start her business. That's her carrot. So we take over the 95 assumed. We can pay her 20 down, and that'll get her enough to start her business, right? And then we make her monthly payments that are more than that mortgage there. And we can just dock that off of her rent. So that way, we don't even have to pay her anything, right? We can just assume that rent for whatever purposes, income purposes, right? No, for saving tax reasons, we would just knock it straight off her rent. It will just say, well, assume you're paying 400. And for this, then, if we knock 500 off your rent, that means that on this, paying the other guy 900, you are paying us, I don't know, not 500. I'll say let's knock 300 off your rent. So that comes to 1,100 in our pocket, and then 700, 1,900. And then let's just say an extra 200 for taxes and insurance, 1,700 cash flow on this thing. That's a deal. That's a deal. That's a deal right there. Then it just comes to down payment. How much is somebody be willing to pay to get done this deal, right? Right, 1,700 cash flow. Right, let's think. That's 24 times 0.9, right? Well, it's for property management, although she said she would probably do it, and I bet she would because she's been doing it. So, I mean, I guess let's do this 0.95, 5%, I assume, it's for our fee costs. That comes to 19,380. I've already knocked our estimated monthly insurance and stuff off this. It's 19,380. So, I mean, you'd get a cash on cash return in 1 year. And I'm sure there's going to be other costs. Let's just say another 10%. 19,380. $17,000. It's like a year and a few months, year and 2 months. You would get year and like 3 months. So in a year and a quarter, you would get your cash investment back. And then, yeah. I've got to run comps on this property though, because I still don't even know if 250 is worth it. We'll figure all that out, but we're going to get photos from her. Boom. Either way, I think that's a really cool opportunity, and I'm probably talking about it too much. My guy Tyler Brickle texted me. I missed it. Thank you, Tyler. Okay, we're just going to call the next person. This one, label it green as an opportunity. Pretty good opportunity at that. I'm going to get in contact with one more seller, and then we're going to get our boy Will on and see how Will goes. Will the deal maker. All right. This is in Red Boiling Springs, Tennessee. That sounds like a Tennessee address. Yes, it does. Okay. Well, it is off of Parkhurst Road again, what is it? It says it's in Red Boiling Springs, and you look at it and it's like 13, 15 miles away. And Red Boiling Springs is a small place to begin with. And so we're not going to call them. These remote places, dispoing the deals it's tough. It is a tough dispo no matter what. Ooh, we got one right in Los Angeles. This is my first LA lead. Not bad. We got John. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath. Says it's in fair condition. He didn't label anything though. Want to sell in 2 to 3 months. Downsizing, inherited property, tired of being a landlord. All right. There's no mortgage. Boom. All right, we got to call this guy right now. This is great. Somebody didn't buy this. This is a crazy good lead. All right, let's see how we do.
John Salifsky, thank you for calling.
Oh, John, I'm going to call you back, man.
Hello?
Hey, John.
Yeah.
John, this is Liam. You filled out my website. You said you wanted an offer on your home. Is that still the case? Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
My name is remote website.
No way.
And everything. It's under my mom's property, not mine.
Uh-huh.
So this has been going on for a couple of years.
No
I
way.
get that. Yeah, 30 or 40 phone calls and texts and emails from agents who don't know this is a false lead.
Dude, I'm so sorry that's happening to you. It's awful. What a pain for you.
And so, waste not only my time, it wastes the agent's time, and we don't know who it is. So, there's a police report, but we really can't stop that who it is.
Yeah, this one they just put it in. I buy houses cash, and so I'm not even an agent. They're really, here, do they even have? Hey, you know what I'll do? I own the website. I'll see if I can pull their IP address from when they filled it out, unless I did it on where did... Yeah, man.
My mom, she owns it for, where she lives, or we're living, and now they've even started contacting where she lives. They looked at my brother, they contacted my brother, and there's a reunion committee from his high school. They would go on their website making comments to post. And it's been relentless today.
It has to be somebody that you guys know. It has to be.
Helpful, I would certainly contact you forever,
Yeah, of course. Well, I'll see what I can do. I know it did come in through one of our Google ads, so I don't know what that looks like as far as me tracking it. They'll have to have come to my site at some point. Let me get my IT guys on it, and I'll see if my name's Liam, Liam Benson, Benson, and my company is cashofferoption.com. Yeah, and I'll just send you. Is this your cell number? I'll give you a text if I find anything out. And if you don't hear from me, then I didn't find anything. Of course, yeah. Best of luck to you. Okay. Well, that sucks for him. Well, that's my one conversation with the seller. is my one conversation with the seller. So I'm going to be sending a link to our boy Will, getting him on. Love to hear him close. I'm going to send a message. We're going to get this guy's IP address pulled, and I'm going to get back to John, and we're going to be absolutely in that guy's pocket. But I'm going to invite, copy to clipboard. Let's see who are we talking to here. William. I just got a text from got a text from the lady I was just talking to. Sent the text to Will. Oh, nice. Great. Will, I noticed you didn't read it immediately. Of course, that's fine. I'm just gonna call another lead while I'm waiting for you to hop on. Read that one out. We're gonna call one in Oregon, in Lapine. That sounds bougie. That sounds really bougie. Okay, I like it. It's a little remote. Yeah, it's a little remote, but I don't know. There's just something tickling me right now, telling me we can make something happen. It looks like they've actually got some developments going on. It's a small area. It's a big property, looks like. Hey, might as well reach out though. Right. Oh, you know what? No, we got William right here. What's up, man?
Hello. How
How
you
you
doing, Liam?
I'm doing really well.
So what was that last call? I couldn't quite understand him. Somebody was putting his info into your page?
Well, apparently they've been doing it for years and putting it into a bunch of people's pages and just harassing him as far as like doing
Oh,
realtor pages,
man.
cash offer pages, all of it.
And how much money has that cost people? You know?
Probably a decent bit.
Yeah, that's a real loser move, man.
Some people do it though, I guess. So, let's see. You got in contact with that last lead you were talking to. Was that Barbara yesterday?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I need to
you
shoot her an email. She wants me to send her a little bit of information on what it would look like for us to do terms. I usually don't send that kind of information because it typically just gets shopped around. So usually if I do send her an email, it's just going to be like, hey, great catching up with you. And, I wanted to send you an email because she's going to send me over the contract that she has.
It's
we'll see how
it's
that
an
one goes.
interesting. Yeah. Did you hear my call, the creative deal that I was talking to?
No, I had to run to the bank, man. What happened with that?
Well, so it's a really interesting one. She bought it for 140 5 years ago, 20 down, and so she carried on the balance about 95 still. Or she carried 120 and she's paid it off for 5 years. So the balance is probably still about 95 is my assumption at the interest rate she had. Just a
Okay.
flat 4% interest. It was a pretty sweet deal, man. I wish we would have got that. Because the thing cash flows about $3,000.
Wow.
Well, 28.
What type of property is it?
It's a single family, but it has this other building to the side, right? That
It's
has
got
these two quote unquote studios, and they each have bathrooms, but they don't have like kitchens. Apparently they have counters in them. She's sending me photos of them right now, actually, one by one.
Yeah, those are economy studios is usually what those are called. Yeah.
I see.
And does they have at least a shared bathroom and kitchen?
Neither of them have a full kitchen at all. Just counters.
Oh, they have a kitchenette. So, I mean, those units
no
have
stove,
access.
yeah, just cabinets.
Yeah,
Just that
and
they have access to water.
access to no kitchen at all.
Nope, neither of them.
Who the fuck would want to live there?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was listening. I'm like, what? And so, I mean, apparently there's counters in there. I don't know if that means if there's a sink, I'm good, right? But they each have bathrooms.
Yeah.
They each have bathrooms. But apparently they use like countertop stoves, and she's rented both of them out for $600 a month. It's right in Atlanta.
Wow. Those people
Mhm.
never eat at home, man.
There's no way. And so she's got that going on, and then she wants to rent out. She wants to sell the house to us on some sort of a wrap where we will take over her existing mortgage for 95 with this guy who she also seller financed her from. So we would take that over. She would pay us she would pay us. She wants to pay $1,400 in rent every month
Okay.
for the main building. And then she thinks that we could probably rent out those economy studios for $700 a month each. I'm skeptical.
At least it's in Atlanta.
Yeah, right. That's the thing, though. It's still, there's something to be done with it. She
I would
said she
Airbnb
wanted.
it if it's in a good location.
It is kind of in a decent location, but she wants to rent out the main thing. I guess we could Airbnb those economy things, but we would need some sort of kitchen in it, right? Like, need to put that in.
Ideally, but you could definitely, just like she's claiming that she's getting renters, you
Mhm.
could still get people who are like, hey, I'm not going to cook. I'm going to eat out every day in Atlanta, and I'm going to be there for 3 to 5 days or a week.
You're right. That is a pretty sweet deal. And I think that she would do all the landlording for it as far as like the property management. It's what she does now. The thing is she just needs cash to jumpstart her business again. That's what she wants to do because she had like an antique company where she designed and created like antiques. And she did that in Italy for some time and she was pretty good at it. She had like a big warehouse and that stuff. Then she just got burnt out and quit. And now she wants to start up again, has no money to do it.
Yep. Yeah. I don't know, man. You're partnering with somebody who's telling you that they are not, that they can burn out. And the people you want to partner with are the people who never burn out. So as long as you're in control of the property and really, you get the final say, sure, it could definitely be a deal.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, as far as, if we just have her renting, right? And we have, like, hey, listen, you're not paying, we can put the kibosh on it. You got to find something else.
Yeah, you'd have
as
to
long
be
as that's
in
clear.
control.
Yeah.
Alright,
So
let's
you had
see.
those leads from yesterday. Those are the hottest leads that we have updated right now. We haven't gotten any new
Okay.
leads into our call sheet. So call back the ones you weren't able to get in contact with, and then I'm gonna send you a list of another 5 then.
Okay. Let's go.
And we got some pretty good leads in here. 2 Texas leads, a California, a Chicago, and then a Virginia lead. And that Virginia lead is
Nice.
like a hotel room. Yeah, there we go.
Richard Velasco. 979-218. All right.
She said that she did interior design, and I'm seeing these photos, and she was probably horrible at her job.
Exactly. Can you hear this?
I can hear that just fine.
This is the guy with the weird cum fish email.
Cumfish, love it. Hey, Cumfish.
Cum fish, what's happening? I come for your fish.
There was this one guy who ghosted me. His email was Sergeant Crazy Eyes, and so when I called him today, I was like, "Hey, Sergeant Crazy Eyes."
I love that.
He hung up on me right away. But
Oh, some people have no sense of humor, man.
right, you created the email for yourself, dude. You could change it. You submitted it.
Yep, exactly.
It's on you.
All right, he does not like answering his phone. 804.
What was that, Darren?
That was Richard.
That was Richard. Richard.
Yeah, Hutto, Texas. Now I'm calling Mary in Mechanicsville.
I didn't mark that I gave you Richard. Sweet.
Hi, I'm sorry I can't take your call right now, but if you leave your name.
Tough
At least we're
crowd.
calling earlier today.
Do you have a productive day today?
Yeah, man. I looked at 2 different flips. Had some good calls. Working on a property we're trying to dispo in.
Hi, I'm sorry I can't take your call right now, but if you.
We're trying to dispo over there in Florida. In fact, I'd probably like, maybe you guys could help me dispo that deal because we had a buyer back out on us. So.
When's COE supposed to be?
Good question. I'll have to look at the paperwork, but
It's
we've got
okay.
at least a couple of weeks, if not longer. Plus, we have a
Sure.
pretty flexible client. She doesn't really have a lot of choices, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. JC came in and he says, where? I don't know why those aren't showing up in our comments here. They show up on my Facebook. But JC, I think you should probably get in contact with him. He's connected in
actually,
Florida. He lives in Florida.
person you were trying to reach
I
has a
think we're already
voicemail box
friends
that
on
is not-
Facebook.
Yeah.
Come
Is there a
on.
possibility of is there a possibility for it to be a creative deal?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. But we'd still need to get some money in her pocket because she needs to move.
Mhm.
I'm actually thinking.
JC's your guy.
Yeah.
JC's your guy. Yeah, he buys everything in Florida.
Oh,
If it's
shit.
a good
Awesome.
if it's a good creative deal.
Okay. I'm gonna message him right now then.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying.
Hey, is that you, Jesse? Hey, that Rip right in the envelope, bro. Yeah, thank you. All right, we're at Ford. Let's see here, 936.
Ford, and I'm sending you a new email.
Now these people don't be answering their.
Don't know why.
Hello. Hello. Oh, one of those weird emails, or maybe that was like a fax machine or something.
The very first person that I talked to today, or person that I called, had the wildest voicemail. It was like you could just hear shouting in the background, people clanging pots and pans around. It was like, never give up, never give up, never back down, never back
What?
down in the
Really?
eyes of the Lord. The eyes of the Lord are
Crazy.
upon you. Never relent, never surrender. And I was like, I thought it was just like them screaming at me on the phone, and I was trying to shout back, and I'm like, hey, hey. And then it was like, leave us a voicemail. Beep. What? The most confusing. I don't know, man.
That is funny, man. You never know what you're gonna get with these calls, bro. I'm telling you. All right, I'm
You
on
never
Barbara
do.
again. So I had
Cool.
2 Barbaras yesterday. Okay.
You
772.
did.
Yeah.
I just sent you another email with a couple more leads.
All right, thank you.
So what are you using to dial?
Just my cell phone.
You're getting them typed in quick.
Actually, because I called him yesterday in the same order, I'm just clicking on them.
Oh, man of efficiency.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going, Barbara?
Who's this?
This is Will. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. I was calling because you had reached out to my team about your property in Center Reach. Are you still selling that?
Okay, stop. Listen, I work a full-time job and I'm just pulling in my driveway. You're gonna have to call me back in about a half hour or so.
All right.
Okay, let me get in my house.
Only if you promise to give me that lovely accent.
Have an accent?
Yeah, you got that beautiful New York accent. I love that shit.
Oh, okay, call me back in a few. All
All right. Yes, ma'am.
right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
That's a New Yorker for you.
That is how you disarm somebody. That is perfect right there, man. That was great.
I do my best, man. You know, like we got to try to turn these people into friends because we already know people are calling them anyway.
Yep.
All right, so let me see. You sent me some more. Let's hop on those real quick. Did you email them to me?
I did email them to you.
Okay.
To
All right, now I got them. All right.
TexasHomeInvest@gmail.com.
Yeah, you're right. I got it. All right. Let's get this rolling. This is fun, man. I like doing this. And it was
Isn't
so
it fun?
cool yesterday to have everybody kind of giving me live feedback and, being able to look at things from an outside perspective, that was awesome.
When you get in your zone, you kind of start getting tunnel vision and you don't think about different ways you can say them until you listen to your recording back. If you do that, and a lot of people don't. So it's nice to have people that are live and be like, hey, try this, try that.
Absolutely.
The FBI for hostage negotiation calls, they always have 3 people listening to the phone call at once.
They do. Yep.
Mhm.
I'm reading that book right now.
5,
It's a great
9,
book.
7, 6, 5.
And the book we're
5,
talking about
4,
is Never
6,
Split the Difference.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. Such a good book.
Yeah, one of my callers actually trained. She did some sort of a mentorship with Chris Voss.
Wow.
He's really
That's
good at-
valuable.
Yeah,
I can only imagine, yeah.
Five, 9, 7, 6, 5.
All right, let's call Brian.
This lady's been sending me really shaky photos one at a time. Appreciate her taking the time to do it.
Yeah, bro, you can never trust the pictures that come from the sellers. It is something else.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 540272476 is not available.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on, Brian?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, man, just hanging out, enjoying the evening. This is Will, and you had contacted my team about selling your property in Stafford. You still selling that joint?
Yeah. Right now it's not a good time.
Okay, when is a better time for you?
Probably like Friday.
Friday?
Right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
same time?
Probably a little earlier.
A little bit earlier today? All right, man, no
Yeah.
problem. I'm gonna put you in my calendar right now and follow up with you because I want to help you out and see if we can solve your problem.
Okay.
All right, Brian, thank you for your time. Have a great evening.
You do.
Bye.
Nice.
I know that there's people out there who have some pretty good techniques on how to keep people on the phone, but it's just not my thing, man. I want to talk to people who are motivated.
People who are ready to talk. I get that. I hear you.
Yep. And I mean, if I got to call that guy 10 times and then finally the right day comes along and he's just like, hell yeah, I'm ready to go. And I'm, average assignment is like $22,000. So let's go.
You're consistently likable. You're going to be consistently likable, right? That's just what it comes down to. They'll be ready
That's
to
kinda
talk
the
one time or
goal.
another.
Yeah. I mean, I am definitely myself, but it's also the goal that we make it to where they don't want to be rude to you. It's like, hey,
Sure.
you filled out the info. Hopefully it was you.
For me, what I tend to do is I just try to get at least one question. It's like, you're busy, I totally get it. Listen, just so I can write down for my notes, how much were you looking for the property? See if I can get that out of them. And if they can talk about that, then maybe I can ask another question and just keep going until they kind of run it into the ground like, yo, dude, I got to go. But then I've got all that right there. And it's like, okay, I've got, 2 of my pillars already, at least a baseline of it. We can figure
Right.
out where I'm going to go from there. So it just kind of gives me a little bit more firepower to move into the next one.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Just the other day, there was a seller who picked up and it was on a triple dial. And she was like, hey, I can't talk right now. I'm bringing ice cream to my mom. She has cancer. She's dying. This ice cream is melting. I have to get off the phone right now.
Ugh.
And I said, I apologize for interrupting you. Are you okay? She started pouring it on me how tough everything was. And I got, why she was selling, how quickly she wanted to sell, what her time frame was, how much she wanted for it. And before then, she was just letting the ice cream melt in her hand. And then I was like, hey, listen, then I cut her off. She was still talking. I was like, hey, you need to get that ice cream to your mom. I will call you back later.
Nice.
And then it was
Good
just
job,
like, she felt ready to just converse. And then she's going to remember that conversation with me. I asked her how she was doing, built that rapport, So like there can be instances like that.
For sure.
But
yeah, you ain't wrong, man. There ain't no one way to do it. That's for sure.
that's what I love about this. Everybody's got a different way to do it. And it's like so much learning happens here. So much learning.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Stephen Kunkel.
Is not available.
Why don't these people answer their phones?
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Stephen Kunkel.
Is not a
All right, let's call John.
The number you dialed is not in service.
All right, that's my last one there. That other lady said give her a half hour, so we could call her back pretty soon. Let's see here. Sign out. What do you want to do, Liam? You want to run through some more, or do you want to
Absolutely. Did you just get to
All right.
all of them right there?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm sending you 5 more.
That last one, we might want to skip trace it because that
Cool,
was
I
in
can
Santa
actually-
Ana, bro.
That's a good
The
lead.
John?
Yeah, those leads. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a I'm just gonna make a new Google sheet and I'm just gonna upload these into there as we go.
Perfect. What's his name? Mark.
I just shared it with you, and the 5 top leads are the most recent ones, and then I'm gonna
Okay.
upload your newer leads, or the older leads, the ones that you've already gotten to.
Cool. Yeah, because at least then I can play
Follow
around
up.
with them and do the follow up. Yeah.
Yep. Put them in your CRM. I mean, as far as we're concerned, these are your leads now, man.
Okay. Cool. Let's see, 936. Come on. Hmm. Let's go. Answer the phone.
I'm sorry, the person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Please try your call again later. Goodbye.
Sounds like my voicemail.
I'm sorry, the person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Please try your call again later. Goodbye.
You're getting the short end of the stick.
For real, man. And I don't really use this phone to make a lot of calls other than, normal stuff. So I don't believe it shows up as spam or anything. I think it's just that time of day, calling out of town.
Hello.
Hey, Cornell, what's
There
up,
you go.
man?
Hey, who's this?
This is Will. How you doing?
Okay.
Fantastic. You had put some information into our website about selling your property. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Oh man, tell me something good.
No, I ain't got nothing. I mean, I got somebody called me today from someplace else, so I don't know.
Okay.
I got a call from, a different, yeah, but yeah, I got a property for sale.
Fantastic. Can you catch me up to speed? What's going on with that property?
I mean, it's in South Carolina. It's still available. I'm trying to cash out. I bought something for my brother. We were gonna fix it up and do some stuff, and I was like, look, I'm just ready to go ahead and sell it rather than go into a whole lot of somebody who does that.
Totally understand.
Yeah.
So the house is vacant right now and needs some work?
It's vacant. It needs some work, but utilities are on.
Okay.
I mean, it's got a good roof. It's a brick house. Roof is good. It'll need the rehab inside. The appliances and the cabinets and stuff. I mean, it's ready for rehab. Ready to be rehab, but it's like a quick. Put stuff in it and it can be livable in a couple of days. It ain't like
Awesome.
for somebody that does it. Yeah.
That's good news, man.
Yeah.
And then do you live in that area as well?
My brother lives there. My brother lives there. I mean, it's my home. I'm actually in Ohio. I bought it. My brother is in South Carolina. He was working on this lady. A lady was buying it on land contract, left. He did work for it. A woman wanted to sell it. We gave her some money, and we ended up just buying it. She just wanted to get rid of it. And I'm like, hey, man, this would be a good house to fix up and stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I just went in, laid some cash. I went and bought it free and clear. My brother, but he's gotten jobs right now. He does he's a handyman and he's got some big jobs coming up. So, hey man, we worked there the first of the year. That wasn't the deal, man.
Yeah, I want my money back.
Yeah, I got money in a property, got lights, got everything on. So, hey, it's only gonna take a couple of days, but I got some contracts right now. So,
come on, yeah, you got to pay taxes on that. That's a rookie mistake right there. He's not thinking about the money that it's costing you.
Yeah.
Yep, totally, man. So you bought this, when'd you buy this? In September?
I think it's been something like that.
Okay. Well, how much are you asking for this property?
Man, I'm trying to get 20.
20,000. Did you pay 20,000 for it?
No.
All right, you trying to just flip deals, huh? Okay.
No, I mean, I ain't trying to just say, give me back the dollars I got in it. No,
Yeah.
I'm just, I did some work already. I mean, I painted, I put lights on, I've already cleaned the yard up, I've already done some stuff. I didn't do any major stuff, but,
Yeah.
like, the house is worth about 45 and, you put a couple $1,000s in it. So, I mean, I'm trying to make something, to make it worth selling.
Yeah. Yeah. So you think that once we get it fixed up, we can sell it for about 45? Because
I think so.
I'm looking it up right now and I'm having a hard time finding anything in the area that has actually sold except for yours.
Yeah.
Good
I
Lord.
understand.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the town, Kingstree, I mean, things are stagnant, but, people are buying all kind of property. But people, I mean, I know the area. I got a lot of people want to rent and want this, that. I don't want to do that. I mean, folks spending, the house with property, people spending crazy money for mobile homes. And this is a solid structure.
Yeah.
So I know I can do the work and get the money out of it. I'm just trying to, get out, right now, if somebody will buy it and let me earn something, I will walk away from it.
Okay. Yeah, it's an interesting area. I'm looking up right now and I see a lot of sales that are similar to yours, 15 grand, 1,000, 5,000. I don't even believe this, man. This one said it sold for $750.
Oh, I don't know.
70 Pine Avenue in Kingstree, South Carolina. It looks like it has a mobile home on it. I'm going to guess that was like some sort of an inter-family transfer or something along those lines. But, but the highest sales that I'm seeing right here is 30,000, and that's a pretty decent looking property, man. It's 1259 Thorn Avenue in Kingstree, and that one sold in October. Well, that's 2019. That's an old sale, but that sold for 30,000. 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. Very interesting, man. I wonder why these properties are staying at such a low rate over time. That's very interesting.
Well, I mean, I just, in this way, you got to know the area. I mean, I'm from South Carolina.
Yeah.
But people are starting now. It's a small town, factory, not a lot going on, but stuff is starting to come back. More and more northerners are moving, getting closer to the beach, you get warm weather, and investors and stuff. I mean, it's a great investor property, or a single person, because again, they changed rules in Williamsburg County, so the values are going up now because it's Williamsburg County, and used to you could like put a trailer. People would buy because people that didn't have land, they get land, they buy these mobile homes because they can finance the deal. But they changed something a year ago. It used to be could do a half an acre or something like that. Now, a person has to have at least an acre of land to put a new mobile home on. All those others are grandfathered in. People just stack up, So the shift is happening in terms of housing and stuff.
Yeah. Very interesting, man. I appreciate all that insight. And it is very interesting to see what has sold in the area. We got a property here that's totally livable, sold in July 2020 for 25 grand. Then we got one that's literally the whole front porch is falling apart and it's boarded up and it sold for 15 grand. So these numbers are all over the place.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think I'm going to be your buyer at 20 grand, man, because I've done a lot of rehabs in a lot of towns around, and I just don't see how I'm going to be able to get in there for such a small amount of money and get the maximum value out of it. However, we could do a couple of different options, right? Number one, we could partner. I'll go in there, I'll fix it up, we'll get it done, we sell it. Whatever we do sell it for, we split that price because you own the property, I get the work done, at least the work gets done. And then, we both got skin in the game, and it's in both of our best interests to have the best outcome. And we're going to get this done. Number two, I can give you I can do something on terms, right? Where I'll give you a little more money. It's not going to be 20 grand, but I can give you more than what you paid for. It looks like you paid about 7,500 for it. And then we do something over time. I'm going to put a little bit of work into it, get it livable, and I'm going to put a renter in there, and I'm going to make some money off of it by renting that property and do like a balloon payment on there where, you know, we make payments to you on a monthly basis, and then we turn around and we actually just pay the whole thing off in X amount of time based upon, you know, what works for you.
Okay.
That would be something that would work out to where I can give you a higher price and justify it because I'm going to collect the difference in that rent. Now, do you have any idea what rentals are in this area?
For a house, people, that's gotta be the five. It's gotta be around because it's a house and the people 5, 6 between the 5 to 7 range.
Okay.
You know, I mean, low side that doesn't rent a house doesn't rent for less than 500. I think
Okay.
you be all over that. You know better than me. You in that stuff, but
Yeah.
people are spending. They're doing that for mobile homes. You get it ready to go in. You don't have a problem getting somebody in there in that. And I think I'm going the low side of 5, but I think you can go upwards of, depending on how nice you make it, you go up to probably 7 on that.
Okay. $700. All right. Well, if we did something like that, what would be a payment that would be, you know, something that would make you happy for a couple of years?
You crunch some numbers and tell me.
Okay.
You know, you're looking at the property. I got to look. Yeah, that's what I paid. I paid that transfer, but I got a little bit more than that in the
Sure.
house. 75. I upfronted some money, did some work and stuff. So I'm hanging around close to 10. You know, my investment is close to, so. But
Okay.
hey, I'm motivated. But
Okay.
you can tell me, hey, this is, if I was buying it outright, this is my best number. If you're doing what you say, what is the turn time? You do this. And I'm like, hey, I'm sitting, I got money invested, I got money in that house, and I'm just, I'm looking for what's the best way to flip it and come out ahead.
Okay, fair enough. I respect that. Do you got pictures of the interior of this property?
I do. I've got some pictures, yeah.
Now that would be kind of the next step, right? We'd want to see and gauge how much we're going to actually spend on this property. I could get a contractor out there. I've got a big team of investors I work with nationwide, and I just get somebody out there to take a look at it, give me a quick idea on how much we're actually going to spend on this rehab, and then bam, we just call you and figure out where we're at, man. If we can do this for 10 grand or less and get it livable and decent and renting at $500 to $700 a month, then we might have a deal there where we pay you, I don't know, 12 to 15 over 5 years, something along those lines. And that way you get some appreciation out of your money, and we come out ahead as well. And who knows, man?
Okay.
We'd probably just refinance out of that, and if it's a good rental, we'll just keep it.
Uh-huh. All right.
Now,
Well,
when could you get me some pictures? Is this something that's on your phone, or do you want to email them to me?
I got a couple on my phone. So
Okay.
to this number, or you
Yeah.
text me an email. Yeah.
Yeah, you can send it to this number.
All right. Yeah, I'll shoot you what I got.
Perfect, man. Yeah, send it to
Yeah.
me, and then I'm gonna take a look at it. And
And I got somebody, whatever day, if you want to, you got a contract that you want to get in it, just give me a couple hours notice.
okay,
I got someone in the area with the key that can get them
Perfect.
access.
awesome, man. I appreciate that. I like your flexibility.
All right. Okay. I appreciate the call, man.
Absolutely. Thank you. I'll talk to you
All right,
soon,
thanks,
Cornell.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, cheers. Man, what do you think about that one, Liam? There ain't no movement in that town. Holy cow. Hold on a second.
I don't think that that's ever going to be a deal. I mean, if you could, only if you can talk about the terms that you're doing now, but I mean, he's not going to want to go through that hassle for 5 years, 15 grand, 5 grand a year. What's that come out to?
How much you even pay somebody that, Yeah, that's a good
You'd have to
question,
put-
man. Like, Let me look it up real quick. Let's look up.
So everybody,
Bank rate.
I'm gonna make this address public right now because I mean this. I don't. There's not much money in this deal anyway. So
No, there ain't no money in it.
look, if you look at it, right, there's a street there called Long Street. Everything to the west of Long Street, it's green. There's grass. Property is 146, 139, 275. Right.
I saw
But it
that
seems
too.
as though-
Yeah,
Yeah, Long Street seems to be the differentiator here.
that's
If
the
you're
other
west of
side
Long
of the
Street,
tracks,
you're-
man.
Dude, it totally is. And the second you get over that, I'll just share my screen. I'll show you guys exactly what we're looking at here. So look, right? I'm gonna go over here to the west of Long Street. You guys can see Prosperity. Right? Can I just change it to satellite? So, right, look at this.
If I gave him
It's
15
nice
grand
trees.
on 5-year terms at 1% interest rate, my payments would be $256 a month.
He's not gonna want to go through the hassle for 256 bucks a month. He's 10 grand in.
Probably not, but you never know.
Yeah.
He may have no other options, man. He's trying to sell this property.
That's true, and there's nobody buying it. He got it for he said 20. I want 20 for it.
He wants 24, yeah, but he paid 75 and maybe a few like closing fees and shit like that, cleanup fees, whatever. Yeah,
Wonder
that's
why
a
I
nice
bought it.
house.
Yeah, look at this. This is kind of nice. You know, they got a big yard. Okay. But then you go east of the, oh man. East, what happens to the nice yards?
Yep, all mobile homes.
It's like just green, just
Plus, it's like, why doesn't he just put that money in there and turn that thing into a rental and recoup it? So that's why I wanted pictures, because I'm like, man, this thing's probably in way worse condition than what he's gonna tell us.
And I mean, it's a good segue to just hopping off the phone with him because that isn't going to turn into anything ever, I don't think.
Yep. Yeah.
Maybe if you're really stingy and you're really, trying to get picking bottom of the barrel deals up here, but like 300 cash flow on this thing. Yeah, is that worth it? And you got upfront money to get it rent ready? Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Somebody called me back. Let's see.
I
It was
heard
one
that.
of our people. No, it wasn't them. I don't know who that was. Let's see here. It was out of Liberty, Texas. So I think that's local. So we'll see who it was.
Man, dude, this lady's been sending me photos for 25 minutes. How long is she? Dude, she started sending me photos 45 minutes ago, man, and she's still sending me photos one by one.
Woo! 45 minutes. It's amazing.
Wow. I mean, I respect her dedication, no doubt.
Oh, it was one of those ghost numbers, dude. Because they just messaged me back. Who's this? Like, well, you messaged me.
Hi, is Ricky there?
All right, let's see here. All right, let's get back to the list then.
Oh, that's good, John. It's Wednesday.
You're in
man.
Austin,
It's
right? So
Friday.
you're on the same time zone as me.
I'm in Minneapolis.
Oh, why do I keep spacing out? I keep thinking you're in Austin.
I was in Austin in April
Oh, okay, that's right.
for 2 weeks.
Oh, that's not very long.
Nope.
Was it too hot for you or what?
No, I was just down there for training.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go. John, you. Facebook.
Hello, Young.
Hey, what's going on, man? How's it going?
Good.
All right, this is Will, and I was calling to get a hold of John. Am I talking to the right person?
Yeah, this is John.
Fantastic. Hey, John, you had put out that you wanted to sell a property, 500 Evergreen. Is that correct? You there?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I
Yes,
think
sir. Yes, I
think
did.
my phone cut out. Cool. Why don't you catch me up to speed? What's going on with that property?
Well, it's currently gutted.
Okay.
Plumbing lines and all under the floor. New sewer lines and all the plumbing that's under the floor. It does have a furnace and stuff. Electrical box. Bathroom's still kind of intact. Other than that, it's gutted. And I would let it go for 20.
Awesome. And so is this something you'd buy like as a flip?
I actually bought it for my daughter,
Okay.
but then one of my daughters passed away, so I don't need it anymore.
Damn, brother. I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
I just want to get rid of it.
Yeah, I totally understand.
So,
How much work do you think I would need to put into this property?
a clean slate, really. It's not that bad. I should just finish it, but I have no interest. I'm old. I hurt my back.
Yep. I can understand that,
I
man.
don't need help selling it. So it seems like every time I offer it to someone, I don't want to list it, but I don't need help selling it. They all want to come down, take pictures, and try and sell it like that.
Okay.
I just want to sell it to whoever's looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand how that goes.
Ain't nothing owed on it. That's the way I want to say. If that's something you can't do, then. I don't
Oh,
wanna
this is
waste
an
your time.
interesting house. I'm
Waste
looking
my
at it
time.
right now. Cute little white house on the hill. Is that correct? Yeah, that's kind of a cool space.
Yeah, it's also Shaler School District. And that's why I got it. It's out of the flood zone. Even a couple of neighbors want to buy it, but no one has cash.
Of course. Do they even have a down payment at least?
Huh?
Do they have a down payment at least?
Oh, well, no,
Okay.
never given that option.
Yeah.
I just want paid for it and I'll walk away.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what I want.
Is this thing really a 2-1, 594 square feet?
It has the attic was a bedroom.
Okay.
It's bigger than it's listed as.
Yeah.
There's a bedroom on the middle floor there and the living room. And downstairs was a kitchen and a bathroom and a back laundry room and stuff like that. So
Looks like
that's
it might be a
bigger
good
than
little
it was.
rental for sure.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah, for
looks a
sure.
little rough on the outside, but it looks like it has some potential.
Oh, it's solid though. Two of the windows are new, the back wall is new. You'd have to see it.
And you're not too far from downtown Pittsburgh.
What's that?
It looks like you're pretty close to downtown Pittsburgh as well.
Oh, 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's right across the river from Lawrenceville too.
Does this thing have parking or is it just street parking?
Yeah, no, there's parking in the rear. It's on the dead end in the rear,
Okay.
so it's a dead end circle. And my buddy got bought off it. He used to have like 4 cars. He had no problems with it.
Very cool. Actually is a really nice little area. And I'm sorry, remind me how much you asking for it again? 20?
Yes, I would take 20 for it. I got over 60 into it.
You got 60 into it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Why not just finish this thing up and list it?
I should.
You could.
Like I said, I hurt my back. I
Okay.
have no interest.
Yeah. I just feel bad, man. You got a lot of money into this property. I don't want to see you losing money.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. So you pretty much redid all the mechanical. Have you done anything to the exterior?
No, it's got it.
Okay.
So I did all the plumbing. That's what it was. It needed, the sewer was collapsed underneath. And I dug everything up all the way out to the street and put new sewer lines in. I put the water lines under the floor on top of the sewer and PEX, so they're all there. And I put extras in. And that's pretty much as far as I got.
Okay.
And I did a rear wall with 2 windows. That's about as far as I got.
All right. So is this stuff all operational as is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, all the utilities are on. Actually, I just sent the thing in to turn the water off. Yeah, utilities are still on. It's just a drain on my pocket. So,
Yep. Yep. I totally understand that.
it's time to go.
Well, you said you had a few people come out and take some pictures. Did any of these guys share pictures with you?
No, I found out they was trying to list it. Honestly, I tried to meet up with the one guy and I was going to hurt him real bad.
Don't do that, man. It's not good for your back, brother.
Yeah, like I said, I just want to be done with it. Take it out of my name, sell it, do what you want.
Okay. I got a few other houses too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you ain't got the money, I don't even want to sell it to you.
Yep. How many houses you
That's the
got?
problem with all these people.
Well, none of us use our own money, man. It's basically what none of us use our own money to buy properties. It's pretty much how we're taught to do it. And in the long run, it works out, man. So I don't think you're going to talk to too many people who are really going to come with their own cash. They're usually going to use private money, hard money, so on and so forth. This is just kind of the standard operating procedure.
Yeah, I don't operate like that. Maybe
Yeah.
you can do. I don't care whose money you use. So I'm gonna get my money,
Mm-hmm.
take the house. Yeah, I'm not taking no payments. That's pretty much what everybody wanted to do after they signed contracts and everything else.
Yeah, I think that the reason why. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I think the reason why somebody would probably approach you with something payment based is just because the sales in the area are pretty close to what it looks like I would pay you, plus put some money into it and get it out retail, which means that I really wouldn't have much space for profit, right? And by making payments, that gives us time to collect money, get some appreciation, get some rental income coming in, that kind of stuff. Now, I mean, obviously your price is quite reasonable.
Oh, yeah, it's real reasonable. It's way under.
Yeah, it's just a matter of without having eyes on the interior, I really can't tell you what I would spend on this property except for just assuming, based on square footage. You said it was a full gut job. So typically that's going to be somewhere around 45, 50 bucks a square foot. That's going to put me almost at 30 grand at 600 square feet. Does that sound reasonable to you?
Well, then let's go to look at it. So
Yeah. So
not taking payments.
if I gave you 20 grand on it and I put another 30 into it, I'm at 50. Am I going to be able to sell that thing above 50?
All right, get $1.50 out of it.
Say that again?
You get $1.50 easily out of it.
Well, that's good news. I like that. Yeah, man, this is definitely something.
I should just finish it.
I think you should.
I really should. But I have no interest. I'm done.
Yeah, I think you should definitely do what's going to be best for your pocket, man.
Yeah.
We're all investors here. We're just trying to do the best that we can.
I got a lot of other stuff going on that I ain't got time for it or nothing. I have no interest in it.
Okay.
So that's why.
So how flexible are you on that 20? Can you come down a bit? Because I'm concerned. I'm looking at sales in the area and I'm seeing, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,600 square feet, and they're selling at 100,000. The last one I saw, and unfortunately we don't have a lot of recent sales, but what I see here is I see a property that sold a long time ago, 2-1. That one sold for 45,000. I do see what you're talking about. It's just that those are bigger properties typically. We got 426.
Everyone that you're looking at,
yeah,
in the flood zone.
Is it? Yeah, because we're looking at 426 Sample Street. That one sold at 110,000. It's 1,200 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
Yeah, they're on the flood zone. All the ones you're looking at that sold for that are in the flood zone.
Okay. And so I'm assuming this one's not.
Flood zone.
This one's not in the flood zone.
Nope. And houses 2 streets up are selling for $1.50 or more.
Okay.
Yeah, come look at it. And you'll see. But if you ain't got the money, don't waste my time. I won't waste your time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally understand, man. I respect that. Let me see here. We got 6 Bismarck Street. That one sold 22894. That one sold for 127,000, but that was in August of 2020. That one's in nice condition too. So I mean, that might be a reasonable comp, man. How flexible are you on this price, man? Can you do 15 cash? Don't sound so excited, bro.
I don't need the money.
Yeah.
I just don't want it anymore.
Yeah, I understand.
I'll tell you what, you show up with 17 in green, I'll take it. That was
sure?
the very lowest.
Okay. Okay.
So. But if you ain't got it, don't waste my time.
I heard you, brother. Oh man, I think me and you would get along, man. I don't know what it is about people from those parts of the country where it's cold as shit, but everybody's so direct. I love it.
Yeah. I ain't playing no games. Yeah, it is what it is.
All right, brother. I appreciate your time, man. You know, I want to do a little more research on this. I think I'm going to actually reach out to a realtor out there and just see what my odds are, right? But I'm interested. You know, we might be able to make a deal. 17 is probably going to be a stretch, but I think that we could probably make a deal somewhere in that range. And
there's money to be made there. So
yeah, man.
Yeah. So I mean, say come down, take a look at it. You know, and you'll be happy with that.
Cool. And if when we come and take a look at it, like, what's your schedule look like to have access to the property, or do you have a lockbox on it?
As long as you give me a notice, I'm pretty flexible. I own my own business,
Okay.
so I'm always in and out. Usually, a couple hour notice if I can meet you there.
Bam.
If I know it at the time, yeah. I'm usually in and around the area. So.
Cool. All right, John. Thank you very much, man. We'll be in touch shortly.
Okay, thank you. I'll keep your number. You're gonna be calling back on this number?
Yes, sir. This is my main number.
I haven't lowered the price to anybody else, and you're the only one I lowered, so.
Awesome. I appreciate your time.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
John.
you.
I'll talk to you soon. Man, you guys be coming up with some weird markets. I think it's actually not a bad deal at 17. I'm seeing just janky ass properties selling for 45,000. So I think that we could definitely do something at 17. And I see some sales. This is something that, this doesn't even show up in PropStream at all, bro. It does not show up at all. So this would be
Some of
something
those properties do that.
Yeah, we'd want to run this by an agent, but I think this would be a deal. You get in there, you probably put, I think that 30 grand is a lot, especially if he's already done all that mechanical work. I'll bet you could put 15 into it and you could turn around and sell it for, 60, 80,000. It might even be a good rental, man. It is 5 minutes from downtown Pittsburgh. That's a freaking Airbnb all day, man. Cozy
Dude,
little
that's
place.
huge.
Yep.
That could be pretty sweet, man.
I like little places like that. I've owned a couple of small units like that in, desirable areas. Now, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is not somewhere that I want to go, but there's definitely people that are going there and they want to go downtown. And this place is really close to downtown.
Dude, I like that deal for you then. I wasn't looking at the numbers on that one. I was assuming that he was just going to be unreasonable and it wasn't anywhere near anything, but I like that now.
Yeah, he's ready to move, man. He's dealt with some bullshit and he wants to get that thing sold.
Sure.
Yep. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to really lock him up. Like, I think I could have got a contract from him, but I'm so big on following through with my promises with these people that I would rather call back tomorrow. I've got a big list of realtors, so I'll shoot it out to like 10 of those realtors, see if somebody can come back with a CMA. And if that CMA makes sense, then shoot, why not, man? Talk them down to 16,000, buy that thing, fix it up, refi it, and just rent the shit out of it. It is a 7-minute drive to downtown Pittsburgh, bro. Any major city that you can have something like that will usually rent pretty consistently. And then also I'd have to have my team do some work on what it looks like on AirDNA and see if they actually, if Airbnbs are doing good out there. What do you think, brother? You're on mute.
Bummer. I just turned down my microphone too because I realized it was really loud.
Oh.
It does it sometimes. I've got this it's a virtual A virtual, what's it called? You know, everything you plug all your audio software into. It's one of those, but it's software. And
Okay.
for some reason, whenever it resets, it goes like way up here like this.
Yeah,
And
definitely heard you that time.
yep, so I got to go and manually put it back down every time, and I save the settings and whatever, and it still does it. But
Oh,
I think
man.
you're saying what I think about that deal.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I'm looking up
I
on
think-
AirDNA right now. 81% of the properties in there are entire home rentals. 82% are on Airbnb. They are the juggernaut. Average size is 2 bedrooms, 2.6 bedrooms, 5.9 guests on average. So next question is definitely going to be like, what kind of mechanicals in there? So when I follow up with them, I need to get a little deeper into the mechanical side of things and see, does it have air conditioning? It probably doesn't. Does it have heat? For sure it does, but is it oil? What is it? You know? But it looks like it would be a decent Airbnb.
That's what I'm thinking with this one where it was. The one that I was calling earlier.
Uh-huh. Bro,
It's
2-1.
right near Atlanta.
Yeah, 2-1 is renting out there for $188 a night.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. 2-1, 161. There's a 2-2 for 104. They're probably new. I don't know. They got 38 reviews. They're not new. A 1-1 rents for $86 a night. So yeah, I mean, right around $100 a night. If you were to jump into that and be renting that thing at $50 to $60 a night in the beginning, you'll get your reviews up real fast, and people are going to like how close it is to downtown. You got a little bit of competition, but it ain't that bad. There's not a ton of Airbnbs in that area, so that's a good thing too.
Only for 17 grand. Only for 17 grand.
Bro, it's amazing what you can do in
depends
these
on how
other
much.
markets. I know in my head it's a little bit difficult to compute. I'm like, it's too cheap. What am I missing? You know, that's why I try not to like jump too far into locking these things up, because I'm like, what am I missing? I'm doing something wrong. But no, man, it's just the market, bro.
Different markets are different. I mean, you know, we came in, called this lady in Detroit, and got a deal locked up for 15,000.
Nice. Hey, let's call that lady back in New York, man, before she gets mad. She's like, these guys didn't even call me back. 772. There we go. 529.
Hello?
Barbara,
Yes.
what's going on? How are you?
Oh, I'm exhausted. I think it's best if we talk Saturday.
Oh, you teasing me.
No.
I'm gonna, how about this? You call me back and you leave me a nice long voicemail so I can listen to that cute accent over and over again until Saturday.
Hey, that's gonna cost you.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, I already have Kim Kardashian plagiarizing my life.
Is that right?
Listening to my voice. Come on, I need to be on TV making money.
Hell yeah. You could definitely do it. I'll bet you'd be a great like talk show host or something, you know, tell people the truth.
Exactly, because you know why?
Huh.
I'm half of a century, right? And I'm still beautiful, okay? But the
Awesome.
difference between me and Kim Kardashian, my hair is down to my tailbone. It's real.
Damn.
My skin is a beautiful tan, hazel green eyes, okay?
Holy cow.
My boobs are real, okay? I'm still sexy.
And you
And
got
I'm 55 years old with 2 beautiful daughters and 8 grandchildren. I look way better than Kim Kardashian's mother, okay?
Yep.
Jenner. The whole thing is, okay,
Uh-huh.
you know, pictures of her in New York, look, you know, from the back it looks identical to me. But today they just released a photo where her and Kanye West and the child went to that guy's funeral. That
Uh-huh.
was a fashion icon or whatever.
Okay.
I'm like, I had to take a double look at me. I'm like, damn, I look good. I'm like, damn.
I love
You
it.
know, if I got dressed all in black and let my hair down and put my black shades on and put a hat on, I'm like, okay.
You paint a good picture. You could definitely be a speaker. You could definitely tell stories.
Well, the difference between me and Kim Kardashian, I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor of domestic violence, survivor of police brutality. I'm a survivor of
Aw.
real estate theft, whatever.
Damn, girl, you've been through it, huh?
I've been through it. I'm a survivor. The whole thing is, you know, and I have a disability. I need a hip replacement, and I'm not getting it. Okay.
Okay.
And I still get up every morning, put on my makeup, get dressed, and go and do a full day's work for my daughter.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
I have an amazing life. But
You
you
sound
know
awesome.
what it is? I'm a woman of God,
Yeah.
and I truly believe with everything that I've been through in life, God has preserved me, especially my looks.
Yeah.
He's preserved me to do something so extraordinary in this world.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's
something
really
so
wonderful.
extraordinary. Where I'm not a fake person.
Yep. You definitely don't sound
Kim
fake to me.
Kardashian, she's a fake person. What kind of shit is this? She's still married, right, to him, and she's out gallivanting with that other guy, that white guy. I don't know who he is. Okay.
Those
He looks like
sneaky
a
white
guy
guys.
from California.
Yeah.
You ever see him? A picture of
No.
him?
I'm sorry. I don't keep up with all that drama. I save that drama for my mama. I don't give a damn what the hell's going on in Kim
Let me
Kardashian's
tell you
life.
something. Well, you're from Texas.
Yes, ma'am.
You're from Texas. I have a good friend in the TV. He's a federal agent out there. Okay.
Wow.
And that's the only affiliation, Texas. Okay. Oh,
Okay.
Texas. Oh, what affiliation do I have with Texas? Oh, okay. Back in the day, in my younger days, when I was a model, and I modeled for Mary Kay, and I won a most beautiful, photogenic. All my photos won that night.
Oh,
And Mary Kay is from Texas, so
okay.
my originals are with her corporation. So that's my connection to Texas.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mary Kay's great,
No,
man.
let me tell
Mary
you
Kay's
something.
made a lot of people a lot of money.
I want to tell you something. I would love to do like my own TV hosting or something,
Yep.
because I've been through so much in my life, and I'm a survivor. But I'm retired in law. I have a
Yeah.
background in law, federal and state litigator from New York.
What? That
So-
explains a lot. That's
Yeah.
why you got that strong personality. I love that shit.
Oh my God! Let me tell you something. When I tell people I'm a survivor, I had to fight the entire state of New York. Ended up filing $1 billion lawsuit.
Woo.
Okay, for what my kids and I and my family, everybody went through. And I was denied due process, discriminated against by a federal judge that covered up all the crimes that were committed against everybody.
I ain't surprised.
And what's amazing is, here I am, a half a century, I've healed, because when you're able to tell a story and you don't cry no more, that means you've healed. So it's like, I want to publish some books, maybe make a movie, but I'm going to be the director doing it,
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it is what it is.
You have a
You know
great
what,
story.
Will?
You
Let me
need to
tell you
write
something.
yourself a book. I fought the law and I won.
A book, I can write several books, okay, and we can do several movies, but at this point,
You're not talking about the Kim Kardashian type of movies, are you?
oh no.
Girl, we
Forget
just
Kim
met.
Kardashian. Oh no. See, let me tell you something. I believe in getting justice for we the people. So it's like my purpose and my passion for people, men, women, children, disabled, war veterans, survivors, disabilities, people, survivors, crime survivors. I have a passion because I'm a survivor.
Do you know
Because,
some
what? Let
veterans?
me tell you something. Huh?
Do you know a lot of veterans?
I do, sir. Yes, I do.
Well, I
do.
know
But let me
one
tell you
way.
something. Well, I want to tell you this.
Uh-huh.
Going back in the day, after graduation in high school, I married my husband. He was military police in the Army.
Nice.
So that's my strength too, but my education.
Yeah.
So with me pursuing my law background with the Army background and my life experience traveling around the world at a young age, that's the difference. I got the brains and Kim Kardashian doesn't, but it just goes to show you if you do a porn movie and show your boobs, you get publicity and you're overnight quote unquote celebrity. She's not a celebrity.
Oh,
she's a wannabe.
People's values are in disarray and they're prioritizing horribly. I totally agree with you.
The whole thing is,
let's not worry about her because you know what? You're not even in the same league, right? She is what she is.
Exactly. Oh my God.
But I want to talk to you about the veteran thing too, because I know I got a buddy of mine. He was Naval Police, Navy, Chicago Police, and now he helps veterans get their VA benefits. And if you know a lot of veterans, that's one way that you could definitely give back and become an advocate for them, because you sound like you're not done in terms of your litigation, right? You're a litigator to the core. Yeah, you just got to litigate for the good side. Exactly, I agree with you.
You know what it is? My daughter, I moved from New York in 2014 to Florida, okay?
Yeah.
And I have a daughter in Florida and a daughter in New York. I have 4 grandchildren in New York and 4 in Florida. So the oldest is 18 and the youngest is 3. So I left my federal job. I didn't quit, I went out on a leave. I left my federal job to continue to be a full-time nanny to take care of my grandkids. And that's what I've done. The past 2 years, I've homeschooled the 12-year-old, the 6-year-old, and I take care of the 3-year-old that will be 4. So my daughter and her husband works full-time, and they just built a house here in Florida. So it's like, I didn't hesitate that day when my daughter called me and said, Mom, I just fired the nanny. Can I hire you? I'll pay you more than what you said. And I said, I'll be there in 15 minutes.
Girl, you got the gift of gab. We need to get you on a YouTube channel.
I had to go down to my management team, my boss and everybody. I didn't tell a little white lie. I told them, I said, listen, I want to go out on a medical leave. If I can, I'll be back. If not, I wish everybody well.
Okay.
I was honest, But I have, I truly believe God sends people to people for a reason. It's like you calling me.
Yep.
Okay, so it's New York, Suffolk County, baby. Because you know why, Will? There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Ain't that the right thing? Yeah.
Oh my God! Wait till I tell you the story, Saturday. I gotta wait. But the whole thing is, I truly believe in God, and I think God connects people for a reason.
Yep.
Okay.
Agreed.
So there was a reason why I connected with your company and reached out and filled out the form. I am always on the internet and Facebook and Instagram and everything.
Okay.
But I believe things get put in your face for a reason. There's a reason and a purpose and a passion. People connect. So.
I agree, and I love your attitude. You have such a nice and outgoing personality. So why don't you tell me about what's going on with this house? I mean, I'm looking at it, and this is a beautiful house.
No, I'll tell you Saturday.
What's that?
I'm going to talk to you Saturday about that.
Are you teasing me? All right.
It's a big property, and
okay.
I believe we can do what my strategy where I discussed with a real estate company and a title company, and maybe your company can assist.
Okay.
But I really want to talk about it Saturday because it's a lengthy conversation as well.
Yeah, I totally understand.
But
that's fine.
Will, my personality, I promised so many people. I also did healthcare in New York, and I'm retired from that too.
Yep.
So I promise close friends of mine, I will never change. No matter how much money I earn, no matter how much, if I became rich and famous or whatever, I will never change. I will always be the girl next door.
Yeah.
And that's me, You know what it is? the way the world is and how the government uprooted the whole world because of this COVID stuff,
Yeah.
you know, the political stuff.
Yep.
It's just, you know, so many people are lost, and they're lost in who they are and really, you know, how to live life anymore.
Yep.
Because everybody's on edge, you know?
I agree.
You know, you go into stores, people are wearing their masks, people that aren't wearing masks, don't get too close, don't do this, you can't say this. You know, it's like, you know, so many people have so many different political opinions about it, you know?
Yeah, but so few people actually do their research. You're a lawyer, you totally understand that. Everybody's got a damn opinion, but do they actually go back and read the case law?
I wanna tell you this, okay? I have a background. My best subject in high school was biology, okay, and science. Okay.
Okay.
And I truly believe, after, you know, I'm retired in the law and I'm retired in the medical, okay? And your DNA, okay?
Yep.
You can't catch, you know, when it's your time to pass, it's your time to pass. If you're sick, you're sick. You take care of yourself. If you need an operation, you need to go to the dentist, you need to take care of yourself.
Yep.
And that's the bottom line. You got to stay hydrated. You got to take your vitamins, but you got to eat good nutrition food.
And you got to work out.
Oh, you got to work out too.
For real.
You got to work out too, yes. LA Fitness, that's my favorite thing.
Nice.
But the whole thing is, people are so scared with the misinformation that has been given out in the news, the media, you know, from the government officials.
No doubt about it.
It's basically, I don't know, to each his own, and you have to use your own discretion when it comes to you. Because, you know, like my chiropractor told me to my face, he said, Barbara, your body belongs to you. I'm like, woohoo!
Absolutely.
That's it. My body's not an experiment. My body doesn't belong to medical. My body doesn't belong to the government. And at the end of the day, I'm free to make my own choices. And that's what it boils down to. You have to make a good, sound choice for yourself.
Yep.
You know?
I agree.
That's all right. I don't preach.
You know what I'm
people.
thinking? You know what I'm thinking? You're not preaching at all. You're telling the truth. There's a whole difference. Me and you and my buddy, we need to have a little podcast, right? Because you're a smart woman, you're opinionated, but you can back it up with facts. You're obviously studious, and you have a fucking awesome personality. You do something along those lines where you just pick some topics of the day, like what's going on in the world, and we just bullshit back and forth, and people are going to watch. I'll guarantee it, man.
Of course. What are you kidding? We will be bigger than Oprah. Because you know why? Barbara B, Miss Baumgarten, I don't discriminate.
That's right.
And even though, I want to tell you this. This is the God honest truth. When I was younger, before I got married, okay, I came from a good Irish, German, Jewish, Italian home, all right? And I was raised like a educated princess, okay? But European, because my father was European, okay? Yeah. All right? Some people say, oh, you were stuck up like, what's the blonde woman name?
Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton, oh my God. And I have to tell everybody, I was stuck up. Yeah. I was. But guess what? Against my father's wishes, I still married who I married and had 2 kids and went through all the political bullshit with him and had to learn on my own. Okay. But because of all my trials and tribulations and tragedies that I survived, okay, it made me who I am today.
Awesome.
It's not about money. It's not about if I wear my makeup or not wear my makeup, or if I have Gucci on, or if I have Walmart on, or if I go to the dollar store. Hey, I can just be me.
Yep.
But I don't discriminate. Okay? Oprah, she discriminates.
Does she really? I don't know, man.
I'm sorry.
I haven't watched Oprah in a long time.
You know how many times I've reached out to her so many times. And I said to myself, if my story ever got told one day, I would never give her the benefit of the doubt to interview me. Because when I needed her, see, in the end, when someone does become rich or famous and really has that big millions or billions of dollars, okay? Because I don't care about money, okay? When I give from my heart. When I give a gift, I give from my heart. I can give someone my last dollar. I could be driving and see a homeless person, and if I have a coat in my car and it's cold out and they need a coat, I'll give it to them. That's the type of person I am.
I can
But,
tell.
it's not about money. It's not about the fame. It's not about like Kim Kardashian flashing and bullshitting and then giving the media giving this family, the Kardashians, so much airtime because it's like so many people out in the world really need help.
But it's just a distraction, right? And so all that media stuff is just a distraction, and that's why you need to take this this talent that you have.
I want to tell you something. Kris Jenner, okay? I think she still calls herself the Jenner and not Kardashian, okay? She's a good businesswoman, okay? If I wanted to right now stop what I was doing and full time be management for Barbara B and put my whole life out there, I would be a billionaire. I am a billionaire. The BBB. I am. It's crazy because you know why? Every lawsuit that I filed, every injustice that was done to me, okay, I was denied due process before a corrupted judge that should be off the bench. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like, me making it to Washington Supreme Court before Justice Ginsburg.
Wow,
and the
really?
certiorari
That's
that
incredible.
I filed some big briefs. I filed this one when my, I don't want to change the subject. I don't want to say too much. But when my kids were little, they were kidnapped illegally by the system, by my ex-husband. That was his way of slapping me back in my face for divorcing him. Okay, and he wanted custody of my kids after I had custody with his current wife. Okay, what they did to me. Okay, I filed $1 billion lawsuit against the entire state of New York.
That's so
and
crazy.
And I was denied due process. And I filed such a big writ of certiorari in the court. Okay, they sent all my papers back FedEx to me. They didn't want it to be filed.
Wow.
Because I would have brought down the entire judiciary system then, when the lawsuit was actually filed. Okay?
Yeah.
I would have brought everybody down because I had every person that committed the crime against the kids and I, after I was a survivor. Okay? I mean, I went after everybody. The whole thing is, I was denied due process, discriminated against, and it was massive cover-up to cover up the chief judge and the federal judge.
Yep.
But the whole thing is, in each and every state, there's so many people going through what I've been through. So, like, with all my accomplishments today, even though I have a disability and it's hard for me to walk, I still get up every day. You know, even if I got up every day and just sat on the chair and did the podcast and talk like how I'm talking, okay?
Yep.
People would look at me and say, no, you didn't go through what you went through. But I did.
It don't matter what they think. You know what? The only issue you got to worry about when you have haters is how you're going to get more haters, because you only have haters when you're accomplishing goals.
Well, that's the whole thing. And another thing too, Will, I'm a white woman. Okay, I'm a white woman. My daughters are interracial, and my grandchildren are interracial.
Yeah.
They're Puerto Rican interracial. So my ex-husband was African American. See, that's the difference between me and the Kardashians. My daughters, they have an African American father. You guys are not Black.
Yeah.
So like that's a big thing. Like, when I say about race, I don't discriminate. I regulate. I don't discriminate. I regulate everything I do. And Will, let me tell you something. Prior to me having my law and my medical, I was a former model, entertainer, singer. And because of the tragedy that what happened to my daughters brought me out to entertainment business, they blew up Alicia Keys. I was there when they hung her first platinum. And if you look at her entire career,
Yeah,
oh, she looks so much like me.
crazy.
It's like I feel as though like people plagiarize. I couldn't be there because they knew what I went through, and I can't be everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I can't be doing music and nothing. But like the whole thing is, at the end of the day, the artist that I am, the survivor, what I own, I know what I own. There's a purpose and a plan that God has for me.
I
There's
agree.
a purpose.
You know what, Barbara?
But I like
Yeah.
that this too. Your name is Will. It's time for me to go get my nails done and a pedicure and manicure, and I'm supposed to go Saturday.
All right.
And I'm gonna put it on.
Yeah, I got a family I gotta call because they're actually about to lose their house tomorrow. So I gotta give them a call and help them
Oh
out.
my God.
You know how it goes, girl. Just on the mission all the time, trying to make it happen.
Well, you want to know something? Can you file a federal injunction?
If necessary, I'm sure I could figure it out.
Yes, a federal injunction. I want to tell you this though. I conferenced with an attorney here in Florida, and actually, their entire advertisement. I love people that are educated, and because of my 28 years background in law from New York and my education, I know a lot when it comes to properties and foreclosures and illegal things and stuff
Really?
like that. Okay, because
That's
I went
awesome.
through a lot. But the whole thing is, I conferenced with this lawyer, and his expertise is to file a federal injunction. And what federal injunction it supersedes the state level. But what a lot of people don't know, there's no statute of limitation.
Okay.
So something could have happened 20 years ago.
Yep.
And if you could actually prove that you are the legal owner of that property, you could pursue your claim. I truly believe you could always file an order to show cause or petition and let the judge read it and review it and let the court tell you denied or you can't proceed or this and that.
Yeah.
But the federal injunction, it does work.
Very interesting. I appreciate that knowledge. It's really good to hear it out of basically the horse's mouth, right? Somebody who's been doing it forever. So what time on Saturday am I going to be talking to you?
What time is good for you, Will?
Usually any time after 10 a.m. is fine with me.
That's fine. Call myself.
All right.
You know something? You have just inspired me to do something so powerful.
I didn't inspire you. You inspired yourself.
No, you don't understand. My daughters, right? They live a private life. I want to share my life with the world because of who I am. And when I share my life with the world and I go public and, I might be in People Magazine or on the cover of People Magazine, everybody's going to know who my daughters are, my 8 grandchildren, and who my family is.
Yeah.
And my daughters don't want that. And I'm like, well, why not? Let's make money.
Exactly.
Because we're
Let's make money in a positive way.
Than the Kardashians.
Yep. All right, dear.
Oh, God.
I didn't inspire you, inspired yourself. All I did was hold a mirror up. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you a Saturday at 10 a.m.
And good luck with your potential clients.
Yeah, hopefully we can help them.
Well.
That's really the goal.
Okay. I'll talk to you Saturday.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Holy hell. That was a conversation, man.
That was something, man. She's great, man. I'm
She's so
serious.
good.
I think she would do really well on any kind of a podcast. And she's so old school that she doesn't even think about the power of the new media versus the old media.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the old media is still bought and paid for by advertisers. But you take that personality, you put that on YouTube, and you throw in some good topics that actually make sense that she can really just spit on. Oh, man, she'll do well. This is a really beautiful house, so I'm very curious to see where this goes.
I mean, you've built up rapport. Holy hell, you talked to her for like 45 minutes, man. I don't have time to. That was that long. I don't have time to talk right now. And then she just talks your ear off for 45. She had to get something off her chest.
She definitely likes to talk. All right, well, I have another one that was calling me back, so let me call right now.
Sweet. Yeah, go for it, man.
One,
You know
two.
that lady? She's still sending me photos.
That's crazy. At
It's
least you
been
sent
an
me
hour
photos.
and a
The guy,
half.
he didn't send me no photos.
She's sending me them one by
Hey,
one.
Robert, how's it going?
Pretty good.
All right, man. This is Will. You had contacted my team about potentially selling a property that you have in Elgin, Texas.
Yes.
Awesome. Can you catch me up to speed? What's going on with that property?
Nothing right now. We're still living here. We're kind of. I'm doing a little remodeling and things of that nature right now.
Great.
I'm actually not putting it on the market. Well, probably sometime in February. I'm thinking.
Okay. And so you're planning on listing on the MLS?
Not if I can find a cash buyer. We're looking to move. Her mother is not doing well, and she's got a property that she's selling, and we're all just going to move in basically one location, so that way we're
Yeah.
all kind of together. That way we can kind of take care of my wife's mother and that sort of thing. So,
Okay. I
Yeah.
totally understand, man. I've been going through the same stuff with my pops.
Quick. I'll go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was saying I totally understand because I've been going through the same stuff with my dad.
Yeah, just make it not better for all the people involved. You know, my wife and her mother and everything. Because she really needs to be there because she has a brother that they bipolar, and the mother tries to take care of him, and that doesn't work out too well since she's 76 years old. And
Man.
but we've been here 12 years. It'll be 12 years this coming year, and I'm doing a little, like I said, remodeling. I just finished up a deck on the front of the house, and I'm remodeling the bathrooms and the kitchen and things of that nature. Not anything major, just doing a little.
I was going to say that's hard to do when you're living in it. I've done that before.
Yeah, well, it was built with me living in it.
So you obviously have a very nice family.
It was actually, we built the house while we were living in it, believe it or not.
Good for you. That's awesome, man. That's hard to do, bro.
Yeah, we built the house. We started in 2011. Well, actually 2010, mid 2010, after we bought the property, and built the first half, and then built the second half. Basically, did two different sections.
Yeah. Very cool. I love that. So is this correct? It's actually Monroe King Lane?
Well, here's the thing. It's kind of a back and forth thing with the county.
Okay.
It's your best guess. I mean, if you go on Google and all them, sometimes it'll come up as Monroe Lane.
Okay.
But if you come down the street, it says Monroe King Lane on the street side.
Okay.
So it's kind of, pick and choose, because it's actually in Elgin itself, there's a Monroe Street. So, I don't know, King used to be, I think the King name was added to it because there were some kings that lived down at the end of this long street.
Oh, interesting.
So they added that to it. Now they've removed it again, apparently, so now it's just Monroe Lane.
It looks like a nice piece of property, man. You got a big old piece of property. What is it, like about an acre?
It's 2 acres. It's it's short of 2 acres, 1.96 acres.
Nice. How much you plan on listing this property for?
We want to get between 450 and 480.
Okay.
Somewhere in that area. It's built on pier and beam.
Okay. Very nice.
It's 3 bedroom, 2 bath, full bath. Deck in the front, deck in the back. There's no driveway. There's an outbuilding that's actually kind of like a mother-in-law plan. It looks like a storage building. It's just that back side of that property. But that's actually, it has a sink, and it's finished out as far as drywall is concerned. It has a sink and bathroom and tub and everything in it.
Okay.
So,
Well, I'll be straight up with you, man. That's very much retail. And as an investor, I need to make some money. So I got to know, how am I going to make money on this deal?
I don't know. You tell me.
I definitely can't do it paying 40/80 because that's at the top of the market. I mean, I'm looking at
Well,
Realtor, they're
what
giving.
would you,
Uh-huh.
what would be, after you look at it, I know you probably have to look at it and everything, after I've got everything done, what would be your highest possible price that you'd give us for it?
That's a great question. I need to do more research on it because I'm looking at, Zillow's giving me 419, Realtor's giving me 437. Let me look up some comps in the area. Well, actually, for whatever reason, the MLS isn't giving me this address. Oh, probably because of the King thing. So let me add that in. King, see if that changes anything. Yep. All right. Perfect. So now I can pull it up on MLS. MLS is giving me 445. So I would need a couple of different things. There's a couple of different ways that this could work. Number one, if you want to sell it quickly and not pay a realtor, you'd have to give it to me at a low enough price that I can turn around, list it on the market for you, and then I can close on the property, turn right around, put it back on the market and sell it and make a little bit of money. In that case, what I'm giving you time and convenience. And you're not going to necessarily pay the full 6% that you'd pay to a realtor, but we'd have to be at a price where it makes sense so that I can make money. Number two, if I gave you a cash offer, it's going to be low, right? And it's going to be based upon the condition of the property. I'm going to look at what you have done and what you have not done, and I'm going to finish it up and get it out to full retail and hopefully sell it and rock it, right?
Well, before I do what I'm going to do, as far as even if I go this route, it's going to be ready to sell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything's going to be done. There's not going to be a need because I have some real friends out here, and they're kind of telling me what I need to do to make sure that it sells.
Yeah, kitchens and bathrooms, bro.
So that's what I'm doing right now, is making sure that whoever, even if I do take a cash offer, it's going to be ready for that person to put it right back on the market. Yeah. It's not going to be like somebody's going to have to come in here and put a roof on, or go in and paint the house, or repair some water lines, or redo a bathroom. And the only reason they have to redo a bathroom is if they didn't like what I did. Okay. That's basically what I'm doing to this property right now. Yeah. Yeah, because the only comp that I'm pulling up right now, I'm pulling up one from 1642 Old McDade, but that one's on a huge piece of land, 937,000 square feet. So let's divide that by an acre. That's 21 acres. So that one sold at 580 because it's on 21 acres, right? So if you're interested in time, like this, I just had 6 acres, 6.97 acres. So that's almost the two properties over. And the dirt sold without any water lines, without any electric on it, sold for $289,000.
Yeah, man.
That's just dirt.
Yep. Is that 228 Old Coach Road? Coach Lane?
That was here. That was 2 houses down from me. There's now 3 houses on that property now, almost. Well, they got 2 houses on it right now. They got 2 houses on it, but they've put septic in to put another 3 on it. And it's the property that runs behind my property.
How many acres was it?
It was a little over 6, like 6.97.
And they're putting 6 houses on it, so a house per acre?
Well, they got 3 on it. They've got 3 on it right now, 2 on it right now, excuse me. And they got a 6 store. They can put 2 more at least right now, maybe 3.
Yeah.
So they've already got the septic run to it.
Yep. So, I mean, that makes sense, right? With your property, that would be a little.
Buying dirt.
Yep. That would be, well, it makes sense because they're making money off of building it, right? We're really not comparing the same thing.
It's actually one family that's doing it.
I get it. Yep.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's not something that I can really compare when it's new construction and they got 6 acres that they're building a house per acre on versus buying your property, which is, let's see here, what year is this? 2014. So at least it's a fairly new house, no doubt, man. That's awesome. We got 2 acres. I don't see me putting another house on there per se, especially with you
No,
being,
you don't wait to do that. Put it in the back, way in the back.
and then you have to run an easement all the way through there, and there's not a lot of space. And who's going to want somebody driving past their bedroom window at 2
You
a.m.?
wouldn't want it. You have to find somebody who's wanting to put another house with the family.
Yep, absolutely,
And
man.
that's what's going on out here
Yeah.
right now. I mean, there's a house going up behind my house on the opposite side of where the 6.9 acres is sold, and it's they're putting probably a 3,500 square foot home up over there.
That one's a
Right
couple
now.
houses down from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the footprint already.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good sized house.
Yeah.
So listen, man, I'll be upfront with you. I don't see how an investor is going to make you any more money than selling with a realtor. I just don't see it. I think especially if you have some friends who are realtors and maybe they'll do a flat listing or they'll do a reduced listing or something along those lines. But just remember that if I buy it from you and I list it, I'm most likely still going to pay the same fees that you would, but now you got to pay me too. That just doesn't make sense. I think you have a beautiful home. You have a great plan. You should get it into the best condition that you can do for the least amount of money, sell it for the highest dollar with your realtors. And if you get a good realtor, they should pay for themselves, right? They should get you a good amount. Yep.
Yeah, and I've been talking to a few of them. I mean, like I said, I have a couple that I know that has told me what needs to be done to the house to get it ready for sale and things of that nature. So that's
Awesome.
what I've been doing.
Yeah, man, that sounds like the best plan for you, man.
Because we wanted to get out quick because her mother's fixing to sell her house.
Yeah.
And if there was a cash offer that was going to make a decent amount of money, we was willing to do that.
Well, what would a cash offer look like for you?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out. What would a cash offer look like coming from you?
I'd be below 400.
How much below?
That's a great question. If this is something that you're open to, I will do the research on it. I just don't want to.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to insult you, man.
I mean, I'll discuss it with my wife. I mean,
Yeah.
But, the powers that be lies there. So.
I understand, brother. Yep, I understand. It's the wife, the dog, and then me. So.
Exactly. Well, the wife, the 7 dogs.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a happy life, man. 7 dogs.
But yeah, if you want to do the research, I mean, if you want to take time to do that, I mean, put something together. I'm willing to toss it around. I mean, because my mother-in-law, she's in the middle of a big nightmare with her family and her. I say her family, it's not her family, it's her husband that passed away. They're trying to take her house from her. And
what?
it's just a big night.
Is it a reverse mortgage or anything?
Do what?
Is the house a reverse mortgage, or does she have any?
No, it's a real confused situation because he did this deed. He signed a deed with her, but he also put in a will that the kids get the house. So it's become a big old court battle. And just,
Yep,
it's been going on for, almost 7 months now. It's just ridiculous.
That's tough.
They're real petty, and they're really, that family is the type of family that they're all about cash, and they don't care who they hurt in the process. So,
yep. This is very common, bro. Very, very common.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important to have this figured out before you go. And really, when it comes down to it, the smartest people are the ones that sell the properties before they pass. And then the kids just get cash, and they don't have a choice.
Yeah, and that's, like right now, we're fixing to purchase a much larger piece of property way up north. It's just outside of Wichita Falls. We're buying 92 acres up there, but
nice.
But that's why we're selling this, because we're moving up there.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I absolutely want. I want to make sure that some people I'm paying as a tax man really on this property. So
awesome.
Which is unfortunate, but.
How far are you from Austin? How long does it take you to get there?
I'm about 24 miles from Austin now. How long does it take to get there? What time of day are we talking about?
Yeah. I live in Houston, bro. I understand.
If it's 2 in the morning, probably about 30 minutes. If it's 7 in the morning, probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
You know,
Yep.
it's crazy. Yeah.
Do you have a mortgage on this property still?
No.
Okay.
We owe probably about $20,000 in on the land itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
96 acres, man, that's a nice piece of property. Like, how much you buying that thing for?
$126,000.
Good for you, bro. That is awesome.
Yeah, it's a good deal. It's got electric, it's got water on it. It's basic farmland. It's got few trees, but it's farmland, and property up there is relatively cheap compared to. Well, it's not located to a real big city, so it's not too expensive.
Yep.
But you get down here in this area. I mean, I've done work for. I'm in the construction industry myself, and I've done.
Nice.
You know, I don't know how many houses, but in Austin, and Austin's such a hot commodity in the outlying areas, so the market's just freaking crazy right now here, and it's been that way for a while. I recently did a house for a lady that lives in California. She owns 12 houses here, and I take care of her 12 houses. She decided she's going to sell them, and she got a realtor down here that wants to sell the house for $365 because that's what they said the market was. This lady that I do work for, she is a realtor, but she's been in it for almost 40 years. She said, "No, you're putting that house on the market for $850,000."
Yep.
And we're talking about, you know, a big difference in price.
Yeah.
The house sold in 2 weeks for $850,000.
Wow.
And they had it listed as if it was worth $365,000 and on Zillow and all these other things. And she sold that freaking house for $816,000.
Crazy,
That's
man.
crazy. I couldn't believe it.
That's
I was
amazing.
stunned.
Yep. And unfortunately, those stories got a lot of people out there just thinking that their properties are worth a ton.
Yeah,
So
but it's not true.
I know.
You know,
And these iBuyers ain't
Yeah.
helping us either.
yeah, it's just, well, it's just the market right now in this town. Everything's upside down. But it's going to start catching up with itself sooner or later. And it's heading that way right now.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah. But if you want to put something together for me, what you can come up with, I'll you know, is this your cell number?
Yes, sir.
Once I get the work completed that I'm doing, I can send you pics of the house,
Okay.
interior, exterior, and you know, give you a better idea. Once I've got it all, everything I'm doing complete, that way give you a better idea. You
Okay.
can see the exterior from the. So we're repainting the exterior also. We're gonna do a grayish color, and I don't know, it's just a gray and white.
Yep. And then, have a little talk with your wife and just see kind of where you guys are at on what your expectations are. Cause I just got to see where it's going to make sense for us, whether we keep it as a rental or turn around, sell it to another family,
Right.
and I don't want to offend you with a low offer. I don't want to piss you off or those 7 dogs.
Well, no, I mean, you can only do what you can do. That's the thing. And I mean, I understand that no matter, if we go through a realtor, there's
you're gonna pay.
probably 1 to 3%, depending on who I go through here in Austin. And, then there's always going to be something that the home inspector's going to find, because there's not a house you're going to go into, even a brand new one, where the home inspector's not going to find something. Trust me.
Agreed.
I've done this long enough to know that it's their job to find something. If they don't find something, they're not going to be happy, and like they haven't done their job, so they always manage to find things. I've seen people that got 60-page books.
Awesome.
And
That's crazy.
But yeah, I know, and I'm even if it was I know there's like $37,000 to upwards of $40,000 in closing costs and realtor fees and all that.
Mhm.
So I do know that you with the cash offer, you can take that away. So I understand that. and then if you put it back on the market, it'll be back in play again. So I understand
Yep.
all that.
Awesome.
So
I appreciate
I
that.
kind of know what to expect. So
Okay. Well, I like that you're flexible and that you understand the market real good. So it sounds like this might be something that we could work out. Let me do my due diligence and let's chat again soon. I'll call you back in a couple of
All right.
days.
all right, thanks, sir. I do appreciate it.
Yeah. Have a great night, man. Thank you.
You too, bud. Have a good Christmas. I don't hear from you before then.
Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully you hear from me before then. It's only the first.
Oh yeah, it is. All right, well, I appreciate your time. Thanks very much.
All right. Thanks, Robert.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Good Lord. You're on mute, Liam.
Sweet, dude. I had to take another call there. How did that one go?
It went pretty good. It's just that he's fixing it up and he's talking about listing it on the market. And, I said, well, I'm not going to be the buyer for you at retail. And sounds like he's got some motivation. Like he needs to go move closer to his family. I believe it's his mother that they need to go and take care of that's getting older. And so I told him, I was like, I'd have to be probably below 400 because he's looking at 450 to 480 and he's
Yep.
doing a bunch of remodeling to the property. And so
Yep.
I'm like, I'd have to be below 400. And he was like, well, how much below? So, hey, I
Ooh.
mean, yeah, I need to do some research because this is about 30 minutes outside of Austin and it's on 2 acres. It's 40 minutes outside of Austin. So it's not a bad
Well,
deal. It might not be a bad deal. Shit, I got a buddy from Seattle that wants to move out to Austin.
that
look
might
at
be a
that.
pretty good deal. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's
then
looking.
too,
He's moving from Seattle, so that price range wouldn't be bad.
within the area, then too, I can give you the very best. I can get you somebody who will list it for cheaper. And
Yeah, that's what I'm
in
thinking. We
Austin.
could just hotel it. Could totally be a
Mhm.
hotel.
Mhm.
Yep. So I need to know what price that would make sense to purchase it from him and then turn right around, just list it for him. That way he can get moving. And so that one is Robert out of Elgin, Texas. So if you want to help me get in touch with a realtor out there, we'll work on that and we'll see what they come up with because yeah, I'd love to just turn around, buy it and just turn around, write it and sell it. You out there, Liam? Getting tired, brother?
Dude, I've had a long day, man. I've been up since 5 today, and I went to
I
bed
feel you,
late last
man. I
night.
get up at 4, bro.
Dude, fuck, I have nothing to be complaining about then.
You just get, I feel tired too, but you get used to it after a while. And
You just gotta
there's
keep
just so
plugging
much
through.
to do every day. And it's not even that there's so much to do, is that, there's things that I want to do, like read and work out, and hang out with my dog. So I got to get up early so I could get that shit done.
There you go. It's exactly what it is. Yeah, I'm thinking so. My connect down there is Waters International Realty, and so they're the most successful brokerage in Austin.
Nice.
They're gonna do 300 million out there this year, and
Crazy.
they got like 7 or 8 agents.
Okay.
So they do really high volume. I'd connect you probably with her name's Bambi. Bambi's
Okay.
pretty great.
Perfect. All right. I'm going to put that in the notes. All right. What else are we going to call? Do you want to make some calls or do you want me to keep rolling, man?
You know what? We're gonna do probably just 1 or 2 more. Otherwise, we're right about the time limit for the show. People stop tuning. People kind of drop off after the 3-hour mark, and so one more good call. I
That's
think.
fine. Oh yeah, we got 7 more minutes until 3 hours. This time goes by fast, bro.
Yeah, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh,
I wish Leo wasn't working. I want to see him jump on this and rock some calls. He's really good on the phone, man.
dude, we haven't had him on yet.
Yeah, because he works in the evenings. He does all of his calling in the mornings.
I see. I gotcha. Yeah. So he does his W-2 at night, and then he does his. I mean, dude's a workhorse.
He is, bro. All right, let's call the next one, 835-8777. Florida.
278. Two, seven, eight.
Hello.
Hello?
What's going on, man? You still working?
Who's this?
This is Will.
Will who?
William Prosper. You had reached out to our company about possibly selling your property in Troy.
Yeah, yep.
Awesome. You want to catch me up to speed? What's going on with that property? You got a minute?
Can I call you about 10 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Hello?
Hey, Matt, what's going on?
Who's
This is Will.
this? Is Will.
You had reached out to my. Oh, I got a bunch of feedback. Are you hearing that?
Barely.
Let me call you right back to get this feedback off. Sorry.
Where is this from?
You had reached out to my company about selling your property.
Okay, yeah, go and call back.
All right, thank you. That was weird. What the hell's
Yeah, I
going-
heard that too.
It's terrible. Maybe the guy's in the tunnel. Close this. No, he's not going to answer.
Keep calling him back till he answers.
Yep. Bruh. Bullshit me?
5.
It's a nice looking house. Got a pool in the back. Oh man. Yeah, go ahead and call
5,
back.
9, 7, 6.
Fucking weirdos, bro. All right, let's see here.
Your call has been forwarded.
Ignore the phone call. Please quit calling back. This is very late here. Thank you.
That was interesting. It says very late here. It's 8 o'clock, bro. He's in Virginia. I think they might be on the same time zone as us.
Virginia, no, it's east.
Is it? So it's 8
Yeah.
o'clock there.
Yeah.
All right. Whatever.
Yeah.
Follow up with him later. Steve.
Call has been forwarded to an automated.
Nobody wants to talk to me.
Yeah, man, you're getting it tough now.
This is normal, man. You know how it is.
That is exactly how it is.
Yep. People think it's all sexy. When you get them checks, they don't know that you did a million hours of this shit.
Yup.
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice.
Nobody has voicemails anymore. Hits Fitness.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hey, John, how's it going, man?
Good. How's it going? Who's this?
Fantastic. This is Will. I was calling you. Had reached out to my company about possibly selling your property in Santa Ana.
Are you buying it, or what are you looking to do?
We are buyers. It just depends
Okay.
on the condition of the property, really.
Okay, cool. Can you call me back maybe later? I'm actually in the middle of dinner with my family.
Okay, no problem. What time works for you?
You can call me in an hour or so.
All right. Thanks, John.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Bye. Let's call that guy back that said 10 minutes. 8:15 a.m. Howard Solomon. What's up, Howard?
Who's this?
This is Will. You told me to call you back in 10 minutes.
Oh, no, I said I'll call you back in 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry, I'm proactive. Is there a better time to talk? Oh, he hung up on me. All right, bro. You want to keep calling, or you want to call it, man? We're just over
I
the
think let's
3-hour
call
mark.
it. I think you've gotten stiffed for the past 10 minutes. Maybe it's go time.
Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't hurt my feelings.
No, that's how it goes. But yeah,
Yep.
I think let's probably call it here. Everybody.
Okay.
Thank you very much for tuning in today. We got right past the 3-hour mark, which is what we aim to hit. As you know, we will be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Time. If you guys want to get some calls in, reach out to me. We can set you up. Leo, we got to get you on sometime, man.
Let's
I don't
go,
know,
Leo.
this weekend or something, right? We got to get you on for something, right? I want to see you work your sub 2 magic. But other than that, if you guys want to call, we'll get you on. Tomorrow we actually may have some celebrity guests on. You guys will find out about that soon. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a really safe evening, and I guess that's all I got. You got any closing statements, Will?
Man, keep grinding, you guys. This is what it looks like, right? This is what it takes to get to your goals. Is just calling and calling and calling and being persistent and doing the work. It's not sexy, but those checks are sexy. So don't give up and keep getting those leads, especially the iSpeed to leads, because these are great leads, as you've heard if you were watching. Have a good night.
Sounds good, guys. Have a I pressed the wrong button, guys. I didn't end it. I left the stream.